Good morning and welcome back to the FPL Tom YouTube channel ahead of the Game Week 12 deadline. We're nice and early, we're up at 7:45 and of course we're here to help you guys make the best decisions this game week. It feels like absolute age since I've been sat here doing a deadline stream. Obviously for the Game Week 11 one, I was completely out of it with tonsillitis. So thank you for everybody that sent me, get well soon messages and stuff like that. Massively appreciated. And then of course we had the international break, which made it even longer. But we are back, so thank you very much for all your continued support over the international break. And hopefully, if I can speak, hopefully there's going to be another positive green arrow for you guys this week. Obviously, if you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like button, get your comments in, get your team sent to me on Twitter or on Blue Sky as well, as we are available on both of those platforms. So at FPLTom_ on Twitter. And I think if you just put FPL Tom in on Blue Sky, I should appear. I think that's what we've got. I can't quite remember what the handle is on that one, but yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. Looking in the chat, we've got Andy Burton, one of our channel moderators as well. He's got the idea. Make sure you are hitting that like button as well. And Chris, first in the chat, he says, not quite first, but you're doing well. You're doing well, Chris. Don't beat yourself up too much, mate. Of course, there is a poll going around in the chat as well for the best captain for Game Week 12. So get your votes in for that one. I do think Mohamed Salah is probably going to be the most popular pick this week. That's just the way I'm leaning. I think Mohamed Salah is going to be the pick. However, I have seen people over on Twitter suggesting that Erling Haaland could also be a pretty decent shout. But let me know which way you guys are potentially swinging on that way. Which one would you go for right now? Would you go Haaland or would you go Salah? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the poll. Get your votes in. Get your questions in. And like I said, we'll try and answer as many as we possibly can in today's stream. So that's the plan. That is the plan. As you can tell, probably got a little bit of morning voice still. So that'll kick in probably within about half an hour. That my actual voice, not this croaky pre-pubescent voice that I have. But yeah, get your questions in. Right, let's go and take a look at how my team is lining up for this week. And you know what? It's looking all right, I'd say. I'd say the defence, that's where the questions lie. Obviously, Mikalenko against two of my boys, so I probably want them to do well rather than him keep a clean sheet. 8 Nuri away at Fulham, I don't expect too much. And then because of Konsa's injury, we are going to have to play Aina against Arsenal. So, yeah, overall, the defence, probably quite wobbly, and I'm not expecting anything. It's probably going to be more attacking returns than clean sheets, but you never know. Maybe it's 0-0 between Arsenal and Nottingham Forest. I'd absolutely love that. The attack, on the other hand, though, is looking ridiculously strong. And Mbeumo, Palmer, Rodgers, Salahcap, Haaland, Cunha, and Visser is... yeah, it's pretty tasty. It is pretty tasty. Nathan's in the chat. He says, "Hiya, mate. Happy to have you back. Love the content. You are arguably the most consistent uploader." Thank you very much for that one. Thoughts on my dilemma? Who to captain? I've got Salah, Palmer, Haaland, bold or brave. This is the thing, right? I think arguably most of the game is going to captain Salah this week. So depending on your rank, right, I'd say having Haaland might just be a big enough differential because of captaincy. I reckon he's just going to be sub 100 effective ownership. So you're still going to get something out of him, right? But if you go against Salah, you go with Haaland, let's say it doesn't work out, Salah is probably going to absolutely decimate you because I'm expecting him to be like 125, 130 EO, right? So the smart play could be just to captain Salah, having Haaland on his own could be a big enough differential because his ownership's gone down about 10%. So it's not like, he's all of a sudden going to be, still plus 100 EO. There's definitely going to be a drop-off. Now, like you said, there is big, bold, brave tactics, and we can use the coin if you want. We can use the coin if you want to do a flip on the coin, have a go. Maybe that will suggest Erling Haaland. But I think the sensible play is have Salah captain and then have Haaland just there. I think that'll be probably good enough. But if you feel fancy, being a little bit bold, a bit risky, then go for it. Go for it. There is no... The two centre-backs are out for Spurs. Obviously, as well, their defensive record is absolutely abysmal as well. So, yeah, it is what it is. Haaland, because I don't own Salah, but I'll regret it. Let's wait and see, mate. Let's wait and see. You never know what could happen. You never know what could happen. Morning, who would you bench out of Rodgers or Cunha this week? Oh, I think I bench Rodgers. I think I would bench Rodgers. Just purely down to the fact that I still believe Cunha is the penalty taker. The fact that his BPS, we've been speaking about this quite a bit in recent streams, his BPS baseline, if he does anything in a game, like an assist or a goal, probably pushes him into bonus points. Rodgers isn't on that level. So realistically, like one attack in return from Cunha probably gets you 1 to 2, maybe even 3 bonus if the game's pretty crappy. I'm having a bit of a headache if I should do Son to Saka. I don't think I'd be buying Saka this week. And I get, Son's not got a great fixture. He's away at the Etihad. But if we remember back, Son absolutely loves the Etihad. Like, genuinely, that is one of his favourite grounds to go to. And he does have a pretty good, successful record there. So it might not be the worst hold. City as well, they haven't won in 4. Who knows? Who knows, mate? Help a man out. I got DCL, Foden, Semenyo. What do I do? Do I bench out of these? I would probably play Foden and Semenyo for me personally. Foden, I think, has been pictured in training, so I think you're fine on that one. Semenyo is definitely back. DCL's a fraud. Get him out of the team. I transferred Vardy to João Pedro. Not sure what to do with my bench. Got Vladimir, Keane, Winks, Fast. Got 0.7 in the bank and 1 free transfer. Any ideas? I think I'd rather just save the free transfer for now, personally, for me. So, yeah. I think rather than upgrade that bench right now, I think save it, take 2 into next week, and then kind of see what the landscape's saying. Yeah, no worries. Gabriel or Mikolenko? I probably would go Gabriel. Yeah, I'd go Gabriel. No worries, anytime. Like I said, if you've got any questions about your team, get them in. Make sure you are liking today's stream as well, as it does push it out to more people. And that is exactly what we want here. We want as many of you guys in as possible. We will do team ratings probably around 9 o'clock-ish as well. So make sure you're getting your team sent to me over on Twitter or on Blue Sky, as we are available on there as well now. Hey, Tom, how's it going? Let me on the stream so I can tell you a new one. I mean, that's just not going to happen, is it? Like, you're probably some bot account with about 4 fucking subscribers. Get in your lane, sunshine. Come on. Best DCL replacements. Welbeck, Cunha if you've got the money and you can stretch to it. Still think Strand Larsen's an okay pick. João Pedro if you're worth risking the minutes. And I like Evan Nielsen as well. Probably going to be about 9 o'clock, I reckon. We'll get maybe half 8, maybe half 8. Depends what numbers we've got in here. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Do keep your questions coming in. I've got actually a bit of toothpaste there. Keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. I don't think I'm going to make any transfers ahead of this week, but we'll actually wait and see. Number ones. Oh, wow. There we go. 1 subscriber. There we go. You're a big man. You're a big man, aren't you? You're a big man. Oh dear. As always, remember, the holy coin is here. If, you don't fancy my advice and you want me just to flip a coin for your split decisions, get them in as well, as we will try to answer as many as we possibly can. But yeah, let me know. Let me know which way you're swinging on certain things. What to do with Garnacho? I think I'd keep him. I genuinely think I'd keep him for the next 2. I really would. Should I buy Evan Nielsen even if I have Semenyo? I don't think I'd do it if I had Semenyo, no. Yeah, Raul will start today against Wolves, former club. I think he'll actually score today. I genuinely do. I think it's one of those where he's in kind of his purple patch, isn't he? It's against his former club. Yeah, I think I'd do that. Madders and a 4-mil defender for Rodgers and Gabriel. Ooh. I like both of those moves you've suggested, actually. Upgrade your team a little bit. Gets you into a decent Arsenal defence that are fancy for clean sheets over the next few weeks. You know what? Yeah, I reckon I'd go for that. I don't think that's a bad move. But yeah, go for that. I'd go for that. This one makes sense. Fair enough, mate. If that's how you feel, then go for it. I need the coin. Haaland or Salah. You know what? The Haaland or Salah one, I think, is probably going to be the coin's biggest decision, right? That is probably going to be the coin's biggest decision this game week. Which way to go? Haaland or Salah? Right. So we're going to say heads. Heads, yeah. That's Mohamed Salah. Tails is going to be Haaland, okay? We need some hype for the coin. But yeah, Salah's going to be heads. Haaland's going to be tails. So we're going to flip it. You ready? There we go. It is tails. And that was Salah. That was Salah. So there you go. There you go. There it is. FPL Diamond, what's good, man? Honestly, wanted to do Foden to Fernandes, but I already have gone Nacho. Yeah, I don't think I'd probably do that then. And the thing is, with the United fixtures, right? People are saying, like, oh, I want the United players for the next two. Ipswich is a great fixture this week, but then it's Everton, and then it goes on like an absolute nosedive. So, yeah, I don't think I'd be bringing any United players in. I know the next two are really, really tempting and appealing, but after that, no. Nah. There we go. Even the coin knows. The coin knows. Rigged. There's no rigging of the coin. Let's get that out there. The coin is its own entity. You can either trust the coin or you can go against the coin. I've gone against the coin a few times, and it's worked. It has worked. But yeah, Mohamed Salah is what the coin is suggesting between Haaland and Salah. So it's made its mind up. You have to trust the coin. You have to trust the coin. Any 5.2 mids? Good question, mate. Good question. I like that question. Let's have a look for you. Let's have a look. What's my TV? What do you mean, what's my TV? What do you mean, what's my TV? Are you the TV license people who keep coming around the gaff? Is this what you're just trying to get onto me, aren't you, here? Right. 5.2 million mids we were looking for. Let's have a look. Right. Adama Traore is not a bad option. I mean, I'm really struggling after Adama Traore, aren't I here? Really, really struggling to find anyone of any sort of use. Yeah, this is a difficult price bracket. It really, really is. Yeah. Like, genuinely, I'm trying to find somebody that plays consistent minutes here. It's yeah, pretty naff, to be honest. There's no one really standing out to me here. Yeah, genuinely, I'm struggling to find somebody that I'd actually consider buying, to be honest. You're probably better just picking a 4.5 million at that price point, because the options there are terrible. Team value, it's 1.16, I believe. It might have gone up overnight. Should I sell Haaland? Trampoline WWE, there is the option to sell Haaland. We've spoke about it in a few streams and videos this week. But yeah, there's definitely the option. If you look at these fixtures, I don't think the Spurs ones are red with the injuries in their defensive record. But Liverpool away, best team in the league for XG conceded. Nottingham Forest, second best team for XG conceded. Palace fixtures decent. United, we don't really know what they're going to be like at that point. Villa, not great. And then in game week 18, I know it's Everton at home, great fixture. But everybody else, so your Salah, your Palmer, your Saka, all have amazing, amazing fixtures in 18 here. So yeah, it's probably not until 19 that we want him back for this run here. But the big question is always, how do you get Haaland back in? Because of that elevated price point, it does make it exceptionally difficult. And I know some people will be saying to me, well, I'll just roll transfers over this period. Look how many games we're going to have in this short window here. Like, there's so many games. There's so many injuries going to pile up. People are going to become rotation risks. People are going to be dropped, that you might not be able to build transfers to get back to Haaland. So just do consider that one before selling him, because like I said, it is a difficult task to get back to a 15.2 million player. Now, you can build transfers, you can do whatever. But yeah, I think for captaincy alone, I would be tempted to sell him. That's why I'm rolling this week, is to give me as many options if I don't want him and he looks terrible against Spurs and City look terrible in general. But yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on the issue at the moment. Veltman or Gvardiol? I probably would go Gvardiol, mate. I'd go Gvardiol on that one. Who should I bench between Aït-Nouri, Porro? I mean, if you've got Raul starting, I still think I'd go Aït-Nouri just for those attacking returns. Porro away at the Etihad doesn't spell success for me. I'd probably start Cunha out of all of those options. Choose two, probably going to be Visser and I'll probably go ESR. Haaland or Bruno's price froze. Wonderful. I have all 4 premiums. The quadrant 1.28. Mate, that is cracking team value. Genuinely cracking. Yeah, be quiet, mate. Veltman or Hall? I'd probably go Hall on that one. I have the same attack and mid as you, but ESR in place of Rodgers. I still have my wildcard, so when would be the next best wildcard window? Good question, mate. I think there was probably a fixture swing around maybe like 15, 16 to get in on the Arsenal. Or if you were to sell Haaland maybe for Saka in the next few weeks, then look to get him back around game week 18, game week 19. That might be the one. It wasn't Haaland. It was big fat Salah on the old coin flip. It was, and we all know it. We all know it was a Salah. There's no denying it. There's no denying it. The coin went with Salah. The coin went with Salah. Start Rodgers, Cunha. Oh, we did this one. We did that question already. Raul Brace incoming. I mean, Fulham are a really, really well set up side as well, and they know how to attack. So I don't think it's going to be, you know, like the easiest game, is it, for Wolves, to be honest. I do think Wolves might struggle a little bit. I do think Wolves will struggle a little bit. Keep your questions coming in. Keep the likes coming in as well on today's stream. Nah, it wasn't. It was Salah. It was Salah it landed on. I'm telling you, it landed on Salah. Hi Tom, would you do a -4 to go Watkins, Mateus Nunes and Garnacho out to Evan Nielsen, Fernandes and Rodgers? I'm not. I do like all the picks you've suggested, but would I do it for a -4? Yes, I would. No, we know it was Salah. Don't be trying to come in here and go against the coin. All right, you go back in the stream. And I'll tell you, it still was Salah. It still landed on Salah. I still landed on Mohamed Salah. There's no getting around it. The coin has spoken. Don't go against the holy coin. Hey Jamie, how's it going, bro? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Boom, 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 boom. Love isn't always on time. Whoa, 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 whoa. Boom, boom, boom. I'm trying to conserve my voice a little bit. I do think that might have been one of the issues in how I got tonsillitis, was overusing my voice. Like, we'd be sat here and we'd probably be, like, we stream all the way up to the deadline. And, yeah, pretty much most of the time, my voice would be gone by the end of it. So I think I've got to be a little bit more sensible with it. Oh, mate, that's a stinker. That is a stinker. That is a stinker. The chat is having a meltdown over the coin. The coin has spoken. Trust the holy coin. Palmer to get 20 plus points again. Let's hope so, mate. Let's hope so. Triple captain Saka, not with the fact that he's a bit of a doubt for the game. Definitely not. Should I get Haaland for Saka? I've got Palmer and Salah. Not this week for me personally. Is Raul, João Pedro and Haaland a good front three for this game week? It's not bad. The only problem I do have with João Pedro, I do think he's a little bit of a minute's risk. In the 2 weeks, what are the numbers for the next 3 of those games after the Bruno versus Mbeumo? So take away 2 weeks. What's the best after that? I mean, we can look at Fantasy Football Hub for you, mate, to be honest, and see who's got the better one. Let's have a look. So, not 12, not for 14. We're going from 14, 15, 16. Fernandes is 14.9 over that period. What's Mbeumo? MB 14.7. So there's actually very, very little to split between the two. Genuinely, minimal points difference to split between the two. I don't feel like I don't really want him. No, I don't think I'd wasted. Oh, Isak. I thought you were talking about the cheap. I thought you'd spelt the cheap Leicester defender wrong. I really, really like Alexander Isak, and I think he'll be a great pick for the next 5 game weeks. I genuinely do. He's back in form. If you look at the projected goal numbers from 11-5 as well for Newcastle over the next few weeks, really, really tempting. The fact that he's got an amazing record against West Ham as well, I think it's like 6 attacking returns in his past 2 games, which is ridiculous. So yeah. But Visser away to Everton or Welbeck away to Bournemouth. Please choose one to bench. Bro, that is a difficult decision. That is genuinely a difficult decision. That is super tough because I think both of them could score in both their games. I genuinely do. Mate, that might be one for the coin. That might be one for the coin to decide on that one because that is tough. That is really, really tough. What do I think about Evan Nielsen? Yeah, I think he's a decent option in that cheap striker bracket. Decent fixtures coming up for Bournemouth as well. Chat as well, get involved. Let me know which one you would go for there. Visser away or Welbeck away at Bournemouth. Like, that is a toughie. Genuinely, I would not want to really call that one because that is super tight, super tight. We can obviously ask the coin. We'll ask the chat as well, see which way they would probably go with that one, but man, I don't feel confident giving my decision either way. We can look at predicted points maybe. That might be the one. That might be the one. Let's have a look. Who were the options? Welbeck for this week is 3.9. And Visser 3.8. So again, absolutely nothing to split between the two. Absolutely nothing to split between the two. It's honestly one of the toughest calls I think I've had in a long time. I've got Pickford. I've got Mbeumo. I'm hoping for an Everton clean sheet, but an Mbeumo goal. Right. How does that one work then? Do you want Pickford to go off maybe injured in the 61st minute and then Mbeumo scores in the 62nd? Something like that. Hi, mate. How's it going? I have... Okay, you got one free transfer. You got Reyes Sells, Aina Burgess, Fass Hall. I think you're okay. I genuinely think you're okay for this week. Obviously, Aina and Sells pick up next week as well, and then you probably want to look to move them on. So I don't think it's that bad. Yeah. Fair enough, mate. That's probably the way to play it. Which 2 out of Mbeumo, Saka and Bruno Fernandes? Oh, I don't think Saka's personally for me a buy this game week, just purely down to the fact that Arteta's playing mind games. We don't know whether or not he's going to be, you know, somebody that is going to play. Longer term, I'd absolutely love to own him. I think, though, for the next 2 weeks, it's probably going to be Brian and Bruno, but both of those fixtures do kind of tail off after the next 2 weeks, so do just be wary of that one. And Mbeumo scores and Pickford saves a pen. Yeah, but the problem is Brian and Mbeumo will be taking the penalty. Yep, post your team on X. Post your team on X, but yeah. I genuinely think taking as many transfers into this kind of winter period is probably going to be the best advice I can offer for some people because it's going to be chaos. For people that don't remember or haven't played FPL before, this winter period is honestly chaos. Genuinely chaos. Like I said, guys, if you do want your team rating, send it over to me on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it these days, or over on Blue Sky as well. We are available on there as always. How do you think Haaland will perform when KDB is starting? Haaland's numbers haven't been horrific either over the past few weeks. They genuinely haven't been horrific. So I think Haaland will do quite well over especially this week. I think he'll actually do quite well. KDB being back, having one of the most creative players in Europe, is always going to help you, isn't it? Rodgers or Wood for game week 12? Probably would go Rodgers on that one. My defence is rough. Aït-Nouri, Lewis and Young. I mean, Rico Lewis, it's not the worst one. Aït-Nouri could pick up an attack and return, and Everton are at home. So, yeah. I probably would do the Hall move to Hall over Young rather than Veltman over Lewis. Lewis should play this week. With the injury to Kovacic, I think he'll play. Should I play Cunha or João Pedro? I would personally play Cunha. I don't 100% know that João Pedro is definitely going to start. I've seen him in quite a few predicted lineups, but I'm not 100% convinced he plays like a full 90 either. Yeah, I think the 4 million defender dream, like, a lot of them are just so bad, and like Ipswich, I don't really fancy playing Greaves ever. Like, unless there are dire injuries in my side and I don't have any transfers, I don't really want to play Greaves unless maybe it's against a Leicester or a Southampton. That's how bad Ipswich have been this season defensively. I think Leicester are a little bit better, but still not probably worthy of me playing these assets. Boom, 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 boom. Keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. Make sure you're liking today's stream as well, as it does push it out to more people. And obviously, if you're new around here as well, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. Massively appreciated, as always, by myself. I need to play one 4 million defender every week the way I'm setting up. Eesh. Mate, that might be a bit dire. It genuinely could be a little bit dire, that one. Is Lewis for Gabriel worth a -4? Want Gabriel for the long term, and he's due a price rise tomorrow. Lewis should play. Lewis should play today, so that one could be a little bit of a risky one. But it's one of those, isn't it, where like I get you want like the Arsenal defenders and stuff like that, because the run is pretty decent, but I don't know if I can take out a player that's going to play for a -4. That for me doesn't feel like great. I know he's going to have a price increase, but again, doesn't feel quite right for me. Who would you bench out of these three? Semenyo, Rodgers, or João Pedro? Probably going to be Rodgers. Probably going to be Rodgers for me. Have many problems in my team. Trent, DCL, 1 free transfer, 3.4 million in the bank. Who to prioritise considering doing a -4? Have Solanke too. Oh my god. Right, I think taking Trent and Maddison out are probably going to be your biggest priorities, because they are eating up so much of the budget and kind of what you can do with that budget. DCL, just bench him, whatever. At least he's still playing. Like, you know what I mean? Same with Maddison, but Trent being injured this week, I don't think he's justifying his price point so far this season either, so yeah. And Solanke's also not a great one, so it could be a -4, maybe a little bit of switching around, maybe getting yourselves the likes of a Palmer, a Salah, a Haaland could be the ones. Who to bench? Gvardiol, Mazraoui, or Aït-Nouri? Ooh, good question. I would bench... I'd check United predicted lineups. If Mazraoui's in them, bench Aït-Nouri. If not, yeah, I'd go for it. Why is no one talking about Colwell? Levi Colwell is one of my favourite 4.5 million defenders, and is a player I am looking at in game week 14, I believe, for Aina. So obviously Aina's got Arsenal this week. I realistically don't want to play him, but next week they've got Ipswich at home. Great fixture. I'd absolutely love him. After that, I am getting rid of Aina, because look at this hideous, disgusting run that they're about to go on. City, United, Aston Villa, Brentford, Spurs. That is one of the worst runs I've ever seen. So I'm not going near him. We've obviously got some value built in him as well. I think I bought him for maybe like 4.4, so we can sell him off. A little bit of money in the bank, stuff like that. I'd be tempted more with like Alisson, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know whether or not I'd go with the double up over this busy festive period, because there will be goals. There will be, and we've seen the lack of clean sheets. It's low. It is low. Would you guys consider doing ESR to Palmer and Trent to Gabriel for a -4, or just ESR to Palmer and play Porro, or should I do Trent to Gabriel and play ESR this week? I mean, if you can do ESR to Palmer and Trent to Gabriel for a -4, I really like both of those moves you've suggested there. I think you're getting in a player that is capable of hitting double digits very easily. You're buying into that Arsenal defence as well. So I'd go for it. I'd go for it. This guy's doing my head in. He's out of here. See you later, pal. There you go. That guy was doing my head in. That guy was doing my head in. He's gone on mute for a bit. Feels good to have FPL back. You are correct, my friend. FPL being back, it just makes the weekend so much better. I mean, that's if you're on a green arrow. If you're not on a green arrow, it's horrible, and I hate FPL. I do hate FPL when it's not like that. Bench Semenyo, Pedro, or Cunha. Man, some of these benching decisions this game week are horrid. Maybe João Pedro, just because I think he plays the least minutes out of all of them. But again, could deliver. Like, you might end up with somebody getting points on the bench. Like, that is, mate, some of these benching decisions we've had, awful. Will there be a Champions League live stream on Tuesday? There will, my friend. Don't you worry about that one. There will be a Champions League stream. Of course, as well, next week, the deadline is on Friday. I'll be live. I'm off in the afternoon, so we can start whenever we want and roll. I don't know why I have a feeling Salah is going to blank. I'm scared of putting him as cap. If you've got that feeling, go against it. Like, you know, your gut instinct sometimes is always correct, so go against it. Good evening, Tom from New Zealand. Well, we're happy to have you here, Jacob, man. We're happy to have you here. Bench Saka or Visser? That's a toughie. Is there no one else you can bench there, Ian? Like, I wouldn't want to bench either of them for this game week. Best defender for Trent for a -4. I reckon probably a Gabriel, Saliba, somebody like that. Konate, if the rumours are to believe that he's going to play again this week. Morning from a wet and windy Belfast, Northern Ireland. Great to have FPL back. Man, the continental kind of, you know, we're getting out there. It is mad, to be honest. Like, I'm genuinely just like a guy in the 20s, sat in his bedroom, talking to people from around the world. Like, genuinely, sometimes this stuff blows my mind. It really, really does. And you guys are amazing. And I genuinely appreciate all the support. Like, I couldn't believe how many, like, nice comments I got when I was, like, out and ill for, like, a week. So, yeah, I genuinely do appreciate everybody. All the support you show on the streams and stuff like that and the videos. Massive shout out to you guys. You're amazing. Fair enough, Andy, mate. Yep. Bench, Fass, McNeil, Burgess, okay. Yeah, it's a fine bench. All of them play, so I think that's the main thing, isn't it? Do you like Luca Digne if you have bench cover? Luca Digne is one of the biggest trolls, genuinely one of the biggest trolls in the world. I know, like, there's limited competition, but they've got 2 Champions League fixtures thrown in here as well. I just can't see it. I can't see it. He's in really, really good form at the moment. If you catch it right, fair enough. Fair play to you for taking the gamble. If it doesn't work out, at least you've got the bench cover. But I'm looking over this festive period, and I want to get in as many nailed players as possible that are playing like full 90s every single week for me personally. Hi Tom, another Kiwi. Nice. Thinking of holding on to Trent, roll in the transfer, start Lewis, Gabriel and Aït-Nouri. I mean, if you've got that ability to bench Trent this week, then it's not the worst decision in the world. He is just eating up a lot of the budget though, and the Liverpool fixtures from a defensive standpoint, they're not as appealing, and I don't think Trent has obviously been justifying his value so far this season, but each their own, mate. If you want to bench him, I think that back three you've suggested is pretty decent. Haaland to Isak, Wood to Cunha, and Buemo to Salah for a -8. Do I like it? I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that for a -8 for me personally. Yeah. Sunny day from South Africa. Look at this. Look at this. I'm loving this. I'm a Brummie in Dublin, and you're... Oh, dear. We're getting everybody here. Bruno and Isak, or Gordon and Rasmus. Bruno and Isak for me. My other options to bench would be Raul or Johnson. I bench Johnson. Bench Johnson, play the other two you suggested to me, to be honest. Lewis Hall or Levi Colwill long term. I think I'd actually prefer Levi Colwill. The fixtures for Chelsea, right? I'm going to get them up here because they are a joke. A genuine joke, some of these fixtures coming up. Look at this. Right, look at that run. The only bad fixture in here is Spurs, but I'd still feel pretty comfortable playing him. Then again, you go here. City, right, okay, you probably bench him for that one. Look at that. Look at that. Bench him for the Villa game, take the Southampton-Leicester, and then sell him. Like, you could even bench him for those two. Levi Colwill, genuinely, could be a player that you have for the rest of the season in your side if he's fit and available every single week. So, yeah. There we go. Well, since you mentioned it, watched internationally, I'm from Dubai. Very, very nice. Guys, keep it coming in. I'm loving this. I am genuinely loving this. It's great to see so many different countries being mentioned, different nationalities. I'm in love with it. Genuinely, I'm in love with it. Hi, Tom. Good morning from Sweden. On a wild card, do you think Majwari is worth a 2-week punt? I do not. I do not. Sweden, absolutely love it, by the way. One of my favourite ever countries. Genuinely, I've been twice to Gothenburg and Stockholm now. I love that country. Genuinely, I love that country. One of my favourites. What are your thoughts on Matt O'Reilly? Could become a crucial player? Not for me personally. I need to see more from him. Don't trust any of the Villa defenders. Hello from Belgrade, Serbia. Very, very nice. Again, Belgrade is a place I do want to actually go and visit. I've set myself, not this challenge, but this ambition with the second channel, right? If anybody doesn't know, we have a second channel where we go out and we go to different countries and football games and obviously vlog it and stuff like that. It's going really, really well. So go and check that out. Link in the description and all that stuff. But yeah, I've set myself a challenge to watch a game in every European country before I croak, right? Basically, and we'll try and get as many as we can. It's my birthday next in January, and we are looking at genuinely some delicious trips, right? There's one that is bucket list, and there's one that's just going to be warm. And I've never ever been away for my birthday. Never been in a position where I can be away for my birthday, but yeah, there it is. Let's have a look what else we've got in the chat going off. Is McNeil a sell? Probably going to be over the next few weeks, yes. Who do you think has the most chance of keeping a clean sheet, Raya or Sanchez? We can look at the betting data for that one, mate. That one, I want to say. Yes. 32% chance. And who was the other one? 50, so I'd go with Raya. I'd go with Raya on that one. Again, this is a really, really useful tool. Make sure you go in and following Rob T FPL over on Twitter as well. He's, of course, here got all the betting data, the projected goal data, all that good stuff. Make sure you're giving him a cheeky little follow over on there. He's also on Blue Sky as well for anybody that has converted, as am I. So if you want to go and check me out on there, drop me a follow. I pretty much post the same stuff. And if you want your team ratings as well, we'll be doing those on Blue Sky and on X today as well. But yeah, any 50-50 decisions, maybe use this as your guide for clean sheets, projected goals, benching decisions, stuff like that. The betting data is really, really useful to use. Genuinely, it's amazing. It's an amazing tool. Right, Pedro Neto going to play. We did not see him in training. If you didn't see him in training, wouldn't risk it. Again, I'm looking to pick up as many 90-minute men over this busy festive period as possible. Yeah, I do get the Gusto one. I just think I would prefer Levi Colwill. I think he's amazing value at 4.5 million. Yeah. Start Gabriel or Aina. Easy one, Gabriel. I'm from Singapore. Lovely stuff. Hi, Tom. I'm from Sydney. Would you start Solanke or Rogers this week? I'd play Rogers. I've got an expected points of 90 to 100 this game week. Very nice. I want to get Salah in, but I might regret getting rid of Haaland. That is obviously the big one. Of course, some people's only way to Mohamed Salah is with Haaland or some heavy minuses. So, yeah, it's going to be a difficult one. FPL Shane, do you have anyone watching from the UK? I think so. I mean, I hope so. Good morning from Norway. Very nice. Norway is somewhere I do want to go to as well. That might be on next summer's list. Again, we'll go and watch some teams. Who are the best teams to go and watch in Norway, Alex? Let me know. What the hell is Blue Sky? It's like Twitter. Yeah. Like it's like Twitter if you've had enough of the porn bots, basically. But the FPL community is quite good over there. Haaland is already a differential amongst the game managers. So if Haaland hauls, I'm still going to benefit the Hattie. I agree. I think this is why I've said to people, go with Salah captain, because Haaland is probably going to be less than 100% effective ownership. And I still think, yeah, it's going to be that one. Blue skies for people that can't handle the banter on Twitter. Steve's from England. There we go. We've got somebody from England. Love it. Aina to Gabriel or Timber. Seems Ben White is out for a while. He is, but then Timber apparently has been like shaky in terms of his fitness in training, Arteta said. Would you do Solanke to Isak for a -4? It could be worth a gamble. Sam, I like those suggestions you've made there. Hello, Tom. Watching from Sierra Leone. Very nice. Yeah, that Konza injury is really annoying. It really, really is. Start Mbeumo or Rodgers or sell Mbeumo. I wouldn't be picking up Saka this week with him being a little bit of a doubt for me personally. That's the way I'd be leaning on that one. It's 4 a.m. here in Trinidad and Tobago. Love that FPL Diamond. Guys, the versatility. I genuinely didn't know that we had like so many different kind of nationalities, to be honest. Yeah. Honestly, it's great. It's great. I'm loving it. Keep it coming in, guys. Let me know where you're tuning in from today, because it's pretty mind-blowing. Genuinely pretty mind-blowing. I knew we had like, you know, a decent amount of like Swedish people and stuff like that, because I've had quite a few chats with some Swedish subscribers and stuff like that. But yeah, some places that have come up today, mental. Love it. If you had unlimited transfers, unlimited budget every week, do you think you would win FPL? I mean, EFL Fantasy's going that way. Well, the game does work like that. And I'm currently sat 88th in that game. So, maybe. Would you do Solanke to Isak for a -4? We answered that one. I said I probably would maybe take the gamble on it. Yeah, agreed. Semenyo or Lawson? I'd play Semenyo this week. FPL Shane says he loves Blue Sky. It's just so much more straightforward than Twitter. It is pretty easy. It genuinely is a pretty easy platform to use. Would you do Solanke to Isak? We did that one. Please don't spam. I will get round to your questions. I'll try my best anyway. I will try my best. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Keep the likes coming in as well on today's stream. It is massively appreciated, as always, with you guys. Hit that like button. We are closing in on 50 likes on today's stream. That would be absolutely incredible. Start 2 of the 3, 8 Nuri, Hall and Colwell. Hall and Colwell for me on that one. Morning, Tom. Woke up to a -12 today after a couple of drinks. Oh dear. Posting from not so sunny Sunderland. Love that, mate. Boda Glimp. We are better at winter games. You are indeed, but I wanna come out. Like I said, I want to go to every European country, and again, I've seen some pretty interesting stuff. Like, the football doesn't have to be great. If the fans are amazing, I'm all there, man. I'm all there. Hi, Tom. Is Trent to Gabriel the easiest move this week? Yeah, I think so. No worries, Diamond. I appreciate you, man. I do appreciate you coming out here. If you're a mod on another channel, though, I understand it. What do you think about my wildcard team? It's not bad. The only problem I would say is getting to Haaland, right? Getting to Haaland. But that midfield is stacked. Genuinely stacked. And I don't think you spent too much in terms of defence. The one change I would make would be Scott Carson would not be in it, Because if City start to look really good and you want a defender, Haaland, and Gvardiol, you've got to make another transfer to get Scott Carson out. Just get Fabianski. There you go, done. Or pick another 4 million goalkeeper. Start Garnacho Acuna. I think I would go Garnacho just for the fixture. Lewis to Hall. Yeah, I think after this week, that's probably one I would be doing. My God, you guys are absolutely loving the questions as well. When are the team ratings? We'll be doing team ratings at 9 o'clock, as always. Yep, for free. Completely for free team ratings. Start Rico Lewis or sell Ped Porro for Gabriel, Digne or Colwell. I would start Rico Lewis and bench him. Take 2 free transfers into next week. Very nice, Diamond. Very nice, mate. Very nice. I reckon we might have to make you a mod in a bit. When it hits the 10 minutes until team reviews, I'll do a countdown. Oof. Tom, need the coin. Pedro or Cunha for this week. Bro, happy. The coin is happy to help. Right. Heads. Heads is going to be Cunha. Tails will be Pedro. Okay? It's heads. There you go. It's heads. Boom. Thoughts on Digne? Having been trolled by Luca Digne in the past, I'm not going near him. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that one. That is my thoughts on that one. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. You are absolutely flying them in today. Let me know where you're tuning in from as well as always. Gabriel could haul soon. It could. I think the Arsenal defence will start to improve. Like, they've not even been terrible. I think they've just probably been a little bit unfortunate. 2 out of these 3, Raul, Larson and Semenyo. Raul and Semenyo for me. I still don't know who to captain, Palmer or Salah. Both are very, very viable options this week, aren't they? Genuinely both very viable options. I am leaning more towards Salah, just because of the Palmer flag. Maybe he doesn't play the full 90. I might be in the southwest of England, but I feel like a citizen of Scandinavia or Russia, as the other day it snowed more heavily than I've seen in over 10 years. Yeah, the weather here as well has been freezing. Genuinely so cold. Wood out. I think if I could bench him for this week, have him for the Ipswich game, then obviously look to take him out in 14. That's probably the plan I would go for on that one. I'm a United fan. Don't want any City player in my team. Valid. Fair enough. I'm going to try and get you on FPL Juice. Not sure that I have the power on there, but still. Cheers, bro. I appreciate you trying. Is Saka starting? We don't know. Arteta was playing his mind games. And again, trying to read into that one is going to be tough. Aina to Digne. Yeah, the thing with Aina, right, is I want Aina for next week. And like I said, I think my ideal cheap defenders are going to be Hall and Colwell that I'm going to be looking to replace Aina in post-game week 14. So, yeah. Jamie's got the right idea. Make sure you are hitting that... Not Jamie. Andy, sorry, has got the right idea. Make sure you're hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button as well. Like I said, we are actually on a new goal. 15k by the end of the season. It's a big ask. Obviously, the original goal was 10k by the end of the year. We absolutely smashed that, and I really, really appreciate everybody. Best free forwards. Cunha's definitely got to be in some sort of conversation. Isak. And then I reckon you're tossing it up between maybe Visser for the next 2, Welbeck, Evan Nielsen, someone like that. Wildcard this week, Raya, Konate, Hall, 8 Nuri, Cole, Colwell, Saka, Salah, Palmer, and Buemo, Rogers, Cunha. I like that team. It's a strong team. It's really, really strong team. Thoughts on Robinson? Yeah, I like Robinson. As long as you've got cover for, I think it's 15, 16, and 18, you should be fine to pick up somebody like that. Starting Gvardiol, Lewis, Ola Aina, Thoughts Porro on the bench. Yeah, I think that's probably right. Johnson to Semenyo, like that. Use the coin for those that don't know who used the coin for captain. Tried it, lol. Will both Visser and Buemo start? Yeah, apparently they've been back in training, so I won't worry about that one. Pickford or Kepa? Pickford. Not being a Haaland owner, and I'm shaking today. Yeah, it could be a bad one. Start Porro or Dunk? Probably take the gamble and Dunk. Yeah, go and look at the Chelsea fixtures, man. You could hold Colwell till the end of the season. There's probably like 2 or 3 game weeks where you've got to rotate him out. The rest, you're just going to play him every single week. Tom, are you going to do anything special for your 500th video? Technically, this will go down as the 500th video on the channel. Like, once a live's finished, it obviously uploads to YouTube and then becomes like that. So this is technically the 500th video, the 500th video on the channel, which is, again, mental. I never ever thought I'd make 500 videos on this channel. I remember, like, the first couple I made, I was close to quitting because we weren't getting any views. Nothing was really happening. But we're here now. We've hit 10k subs, which is mind-blowing. And then the fact that this is going to be the 500th video on the channel, mental. Genuinely mental. And I appreciate, genuinely, really, really appreciate everybody that watches my content, engages with me on Twitter, X, whatever, or obviously just gets in the chat on these streams as well. Surely you've got to do something special today. I am never ever getting a confetti cannon again, by the way. There's still confetti around my room. Like, genuinely, I don't know where it's coming in from. There's just confetti everywhere. I'm just quickly going to plug my laptop in so it doesn't die. There we go. Bosh. Let's have a look. Well worth the wait, mate. Congrats. Thank you very much, Jamie. I appreciate that one, mate. Thoughts on Solanke and Isak? Yeah, I think if I had Solanke, Isak would be the move I probably would make. Get warm honey before and after in a tea, coffee. It works. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Like I said, I do need a little bit of help probably with my voice and just containing it a little bit. I probably would. What transfers am I doing? I'm not going to do any. I'm going to roll. I know the defence is looking a little bit ropey, but I think the attack hopefully can pull through, and I'd rather have 2 transfers taken to next week, assess my team, see what areas we need to be obviously looking at. Visser and Buemo in 14, probably both going to be coming out. If Haaland blanks again, we've got another conversation there. And like I said, I do want to pick up Colwell as well. And I want to see the extent of the Konza injury. If it's really, really bad, then we're going to obviously have to look to replace him as well. There will be confetti for years. Mate, the confetti. Like I was ill in bed, right? And I was just like, what the hell is like on my arse? And it was just confetti. I was like, how the hell is it got there? I had like a little hoover around the room yesterday, little cleanup, confetti. Like, where has this stuff come from? I didn't think there was that much confetti. Bowen or Garnacho? Next to Garnacho, Bowen in 14 is a player I really, really want. Where do I wank? Let's not get demonetized. Where does Watkins rank for your tempted to sell Isak but hold him for now? I think Watkins could be a decent player. Like, the fixtures for Villa aren't bad. I think it just is his price and the fact that he's not seeing out full 90s, not of course getting like, you know, decent returns to justify it. So yeah. Van Heck plus Raya or Timber plus Verbergen? The first one for me. How long ago was the confetti? It was October, like last weekend of October. It's now the 23rd of no. Like, where has it come from? Where genuinely has it come from? Best defender between Colwell, Hall, Veltman. I think you've got him in the order there. Colwell and Hall. Yeah. Start 8 Nuri or Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall for me. Trent, Saka or Johnson to Salah, Konate, Semenyo. I like all the moves. I like all the moves you suggested. Back to edging, Tom, I see. Yeah. It's all these, like, I don't know if anybody else has seen them on their timeline, like the Polar Express edits and the Home Alone ones, where it's like, like baby oil and like drippy cheese and knee surgery. If anybody's seen any of those, or it's just my brain being rotted away by Instagram, let me know. Sell Solanke for Isak. Yeah, I think that's probably what I would do. Trent, Saka to Salah, 8 Nuri. I don't mind both of those moves if you're going to captain Salah this week as well. Mate, chess, I am garbage at it. If we get bored at work, we play like online chess against each other. I am terrible. I am terrible at chess. Genuinely terrible at it. Hey John, how's it going, man? Should I start Semenyo? Would you bench Lewis, 8 Nuri, or Van der Berg? I would bench Van der Berg. Good morning, Anton. How's it going, man? How's it going? Hold Saka or sell for Bruno for a -4? I would probably hold. Yeah, I probably would hold. Start Strand Larson or Johnson? Strand Larson. Rogers or Mbuemo. Hey mate, miss your live streams. How are you? Yeah, I'm back. I'm back to full fitness, so we're in a pretty decent position. I can't complain. Raul is a hold until which game week? I think if you can obviously bench him around the difficult fixtures in 15, 16 and 18, he's a pretty easy hold, isn't he? Yeah, Mbuemo should play. Saka, Trent, Solanke, Cunha, Konate, Salah for a -4 hit. I don't hate it. I don't hate it, especially if you're going to captain Salah this week. Why not? I'm good. What about you? Yeah, man. I'm back to full health, which is exactly what we needed, to be honest. Big shout out to Sean, by the way. He just messaged me saying he hit 45k, 47.5 dumbbell incline on chest press. That's impressive. That is impressive. So big shout out to Sean. If you don't know who Sean is, he's like second channel royalty at this point. Big shout out to him, lifting heavy. Lifting heavy. Warm it up, the vocal cords. We are not built to talk for 3 hours non-stop to singing. Batters the voice. Yeah, I think that is something I do need to look at, is managing my voice and stuff like that a little bit more. Yeah. Do I bench Johnson or Solanke or Wood? Probably going to be Johnson out of all of those, I reckon. Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. If you want to go for Palmer captain, go for Palmer captain. But still having Salah, it's not going to be a bad option over the next few weeks, is it? Cunha or Pedro? Cunha for me. Cunha for me. Do keep your questions coming in. Get your team sent to me over on Twitter as well. I see like a decent amount of you have already sent in your teams. But yeah, if you leave it under this tweet here, or this one, or yeah, whatever. If you leave it under there, we'll get it done. Obviously, here's the confetti cannon that we've been speaking about as well. I remember that my hands were just sweaty and it didn't work, so I had to dry my hands off. But yeah, it went absolutely everywhere. You ready? Honestly, this stuff is just everywhere now. Also, like I said, over on Blue Sky as well, if you want your team, it looks like a few people have obviously been dropping me some follows and sending me their teams over on here as well. So make sure you're coming over here, dropping me a follow as well as we build up our following over on there for anybody that has decided to leave Twitter. Does Foden start this week? I think he's been pictured back in training, so I'd feel okay with that one. I'm also 1 mil ranked, mate, so we're in a good position going into this winter period. Like, it's not the end of the game. Like, we've still got a lot of time to play. So I think I'd go with Salah captain. I love that song as well. We did the coin and it said Pedro. Don't trust the coin. It's a fraud. Hey, thoughts on Saka, Semenyo, and João Pedro for Foden, Carvalho, and Solanke? Yes. Yeah, Mark, I like all those moves. Mate, ask as many questions as you want. That is what this stream is here for. Genuinely, what this stream is here for is just for you guys to ask me as many questions as you want. It just is. And Mbuemo to Bowen seems to be the best move in 14. Hopefully West Ham have a new manager before then. Yep. Thank you so much. You're an elite person. Never worry, man. Never worry. You've got somebody selling sand under your newest Twitter post. I don't mind sand. If somebody wants to sell some of that, that's fine. It's better than porn. You know what I mean? If someone's selling porn, that ruins it because I can't go through the tweet, can I? Coin me. Timber or Saliba. All right. Tails is Saliba. Tails Saliba. Heads is Timber. You ready? Heads. There you go, mate. It's heads. Any news on Saka? Asked by 3 people all at the same time. Love that. Arteta was very, very vague in his comments yesterday. Let me get them up. He basically said here that Saka and Rice returned to training today with a partial session. Now, whether or not you want to believe Mikel Arteta, fair enough. But for me, the guy's a notorious liar. Saka could have been in training all week, and we don't know. Or this is actually true, and Saka's not really been taking part. I think it's one of those. I wouldn't be buying Saka this week, but if I had him, I wouldn't be selling him. There you go. That's the way that I go with that one. Ha! Timber! Good, I already have him lined up. Wonderful stuff, mate. Palmer starting right? Yeah, I think Palmer should be fine, mate. Mikolenko or Semenyo to start? I'd go with Semenyo. Yeah, he's just a liar. He just lies. Right, I'm quickly going to just turn off my heating because it's warmed up in here. It's no longer cold. It's actually starting to warm up outside as well because it's raining or sleeting. I'm just going to have a quick check at that as well because that looks fun. Give me a second. Hold the line. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, it's just snowed outside and I haven't even realised. It's just snowing outside. Don't know where that came from. You know what, mate? Anton, I know you're an absolute G. And you've got university soon. So for you, we'll get them done early. Alright? We'll get them done early. We'll get them done at 8:55. Alright? We'll push it forward by 5 minutes. Yeah, that was in Zinchenko's book, he said that. I don't know why, but I really hope that Palmer, Visser, Aina and Mbeumo don't play for specific reasons. Cheers, man. I appreciate that. It was an absolute surreal experience going on the FPL Therapy podcast. I can't lie, it was genuinely such a weird experience. Like Ross and FPL Mate are the two that realistically have made this channel. Not like they've made it because they've influenced me, but it's more the fact that they were the main like driving factors behind me creating a channel and were the reasons that I did it. Like literally, I remember to the day I was sat with my girlfriend at the time watching one of Ross's videos, and she was like, "You're always chatting about FPL. Why don't you just create your own channel?" And I was like, "Valid, fair enough," and I did. And here we are, like 2 and a bit years later. Yeah, like three years. The 3-year anniversary of this channel comes up in February, I think. So we'll do something for them. Colwell or Mazraoui? I would go for Colwell. 8 Nuri or Digne? Probably going to be 8 Nuri for me personally. It was the best episode ever. Thanks, man. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I love that podcast, and I think there's been plenty of better guests on, but I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm glad it's brought you over to this channel, and I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I like those moves you've suggested, Mark. Ask the coin, will Saka start or play? Brilliant shout. Brilliant shout. Right. Tails, Saka plays. Heads, he doesn't. Okay? It's heads. It's heads. There we go. 2 and a bit years later, with her or without her. She went a while ago. I won't worry about that one. Yeah, she's not here anymore. She's gone. She couldn't handle me, you know, sneaking off to my bedroom just to film videos about squiggly characters that don't actually exist but do exist in a weird way. Yeah, she's gone. And you know what? If there are any ladies watching, I doubt it because we're mainly, I think my subscriber base is like 99% men. But if there's any women out there, hit me up. Hit me up. Who else is using their free hit? I don't think that's the wisest of choices this week, but yeah. Ask the coin, will Haaland punish the sellers? Me. Ah, dear, man. Hey, a turkey in a bush, you've got to get greeted. You've got to get greeted. You're one of the channel members now. You're one of the channel member. You know what I mean? By the way, if anybody does want to become a channel member, it only does cost 99p. It helps support the channel in a little way as well. We've got over 50 likes as well on today's stream. Massively appreciate you guys. You're the legends. You're the legends. Bro, if I swung that way, I'd hit you up. I'd hit you up, but unfortunately I don't. Hey, it did work for Ross. It did work for Ross. So, yeah. We're trying it as well. We're trying it as well. I don't know if any... I genuinely think maybe we have, like... I know, like, there's a handful of female viewers we have. But that's about it. That have definitely come into the stream and stuff like that. Strand Larson and Semenyo or Cunha in a 4.5. Ooh. I think I'd go Cunha in the 4.5. I mean, that's the way that I went, so I kind of have to back it, don't I? Hey bro, Semenyo or Pedro start? I'm leaning towards Semenyo. I think you're correct there, mate, as well. Hello, Tom. What do you think about Martinez from Manchester United? Any leaks on his injury? I would not be looking at any United defenders for me personally. Colwell, Hall, they're going to be top picks for the defenders as well. For the cheap defenders as well in that price bracket. Who's the first option? Is that Madueke, but you've spelled it atrociously? Let me know. Vissa and Buemo playing? Yeah, they should be fine. 1 minute until the team reviews. 1 minute until the team reviews. Do. Oh, cheers, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that glowing review. I hope my personality shines through. I do hope so. I'm a little bit quirky, I'd say, in that regard. Is it worth selling Rodgers to a 4.5 to upgrade Strand Larson to Cunha? Not for me personally. And Buemo should be fine. Should I captain Palmer? He'll be a differential. Maybe. It's not the worst one. Team reviews. Right, let's go. Let's go. Let's start doing some team reviews then for you guys. Like I said, if you do want your team reviewed, blimey, Jesus Christ. 20 plus notifications. You guys have been bit. Jeez. Right, let's have a look. This is how I'm lined up for this round. Oh, that's EFL one. I'll come back to that one. Right. Hi, mate. Can you rate the team, please? For you, my friend, of course. It's actually a pretty good team for this week. Genuinely, like, going forward, probably Watkins might be one you want to remove. No Palmer in here is going to be a problem, but I think for this week, you will be fine, and I wouldn't worry about it too much. I think that's a pretty decent team for this week. Here's mine so far. I think of rolling one free transfer. Yeah, I think I'd roll with that. I think you've got all the big boys for this week. Captain Haaland could be very, very nice. I think I'd roll. Take 2 into next week's probably going to be my advice on that team. Maybe switch the vice away from Mbeumo to somebody like Bruno or Haaland just to be 100% safe, but the rest of the team looking decent. Thoughts on my team for this game week? Anton, my boy. Ooh. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Yeah, that's fine. Semenyo on the bench could be, but I don't really see a maybe ahead of an Evan Nielsen. I think I would probably prefer Semenyo over Evan Nielsen, but each to their own, I guess. Next up, I mean, Leif Davis is a honky 4.5 million pick. That defense is, those two are probably not going to get you anything, but watch me be wrong. Attack looks decent, though. Set and ready, says Alex. Yeah, looking good, man. Looking good. Looking good. Next one up. Again, pretty much just this. It is the exact same back three as me. Same attacking lineup, bar obviously Cunha. I would prefer, genuinely, I prefer to play Semenyo over Strand Larsen. That'd be the one for me. But again, each their own. Have 2 free transfers. We'll do Solanke to Isak. Who to bench between Rodgers and Raul. I would play Raul and bench Rodgers. And yeah, I think selling Porro to Gabriel is probably going to be the right move there for me personally. This is my minus 12 Trent, 8 Nuri, Diblin to Palmer, Solanke to Isak, and Johnson to Bruno. I mean, the team looks in pretty decent shape now, but a minus 12 to get there is quite heavy. It is quite heavy. We did that one. This is my brother's wild card. Which do you think is the best out of the 2? I'm probably leaning more towards this one. Yeah, I'm probably leaning more towards the second one. Just take Scott Carson out. Put a cheap 4 million goalkeeper in there. Nicholas Jackson, first time we've seen him on the list. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Lewis on the bench could be one, but would I bench him for any of these? Maybe Robinson because you're playing Cunha. Maybe I'd play Lewis ahead of Robinson, but that's probably the only change I would make. My team, Cunha or Pedro. I probably would go Cunha, mate. Rest of the team, looking good. I reckon that double City defence could come in clutch today. I reckon it could. I reckon it could. Cool. Let's head over to Blue Sky. Let's see what we've got kicking off over here as well. Actually, nobody sent me their teams. I thought someone would have sent me their teams. No teams have been sent in here. Spaghetti Carbonara has just been absolutely peppering it. But yeah, we'll do some more team reviews a little bit later in today's stream. Like I said, if you want to send them on to me, Blue Sky, or of course over on Twitter, we'll do another batch of those in a little bit. Like I said, if you want to send me your team over on Twitter at FPLTom_, over on Blue Sky as well is also an available option as well. Would you start Jimenez or Cunha this game week? I would probably go Cunha. Start Lewis or Mikalenko? I probably would go Lewis. Play Mbeumo or Johnson? Easy one, play Mbeumo. Then I reckon you could just downgrade him to a 4.5. You've already got Gabriel, who would be one of my top options. Lewis as well. It's also pretty decent. So I reckon probably going to be a Colwell or a Hall. There we go. Yeah, Pinnock is available. The Pinnock is available. This game week, I'm triple captaining Salah. Do you think it's a good move? And also, do I start Saka or McNeil? I'd start Saka over McNeil. If he doesn't play, McNeil will just come in. But I don't think triple captaining is the wisest of moves. Yeah. Hopefully we get some early team news regarding Chelsea as well. That'd be pretty decent. That'd be pretty decent. Do keep your questions coming in. Obviously, I know all the big boys are starting up now, so we will have people dropping off. But obviously, if you do want to come back and get your questions asked or your team reviewed, make sure you're hitting that like button, subscribe button, and coming back to the stream because it is massively appreciated. As always, I will be taking it a little bit easier on my throat for the next 2 hours as well, just so it actually stays intact. But we'll still keep answering your guys' questions. We'll still have little chats and stuff like that. But yeah, I know a lot of you will be dropping off to go and see the big boys, the Raptors, the Focals, the Harrys, the Let's Talk FPLs of the world. But that's fine. You can come back here, and you know I'm set. I'm set till the deadline. Liking some people, yep. Chad has got the right idea. Big up, Chad. Big up, man like Chad. Oh, dear. Right. Oh, that was a nice little stretch. Should I bet on Spurs beating City? I don't think it's going to happen. But, again, it's up to you. If you've got a feeling, go for it. Go for it. Just like the stream, appreciate the content, bud. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. What to do with Robertson in defence or Winks in midfield? I would get rid of Robertson first, for me. Winks at least is playing games. Robertson, don't really know what's happening with him. Like I said, the best replacement for me probably would be Hall or Colwell. Gvardiol, De Ligt and Robertson, solid mate. Not Robertson, no. FPL Shane has just said, my team should be on Blue Sky. Let's see how well Blue Sky works. Okay. Okay. Right, well this is good. I like this. Oh, it doesn't tell me that the people have sent them through, but they are here. Just brought in Hall next week. We'll get rid of DCL. Thoughts on this team and captain? I can't complain at that team. I think I'd actually play Lewis over Johnson. I would play Lewis over Johnson. Welcome to Flags United. I thought you'd put something else then, mate. Second, 2 free transfers. I'm rolling unless we get news on Saka. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you've got Rodgers to cover it, haven't you, as well? So I think you'll be fine. Tom, do I TC Salah now or TC Palmer in 18? Who's Palmer got in 18? Let's have a look. Fulham? No. Where you probably want to be looking is, I reckon the next triple captain options are Palmer maybe in either 27 or 28. Salah in 18. Salah in 28 as well. They're probably your next few weeks for them. And then Haaland, I think, might have 1 week where you maybe want to look at him. Maybe 22 potentially with Ipswich away. 30. They're probably your options. Realistically. I have 2 free transfers this week, but I'm unsure which route to take. I'm considering swapping Haaland and Buemo for Isak and Salah, but Tottenham seems like a good fixture and Pep might want to turn things around. Plus, my defence is terrible. Yeah, your defence does need a little bit of work. So I think maybe that might take a little bit of priority. Get Robertson out of here for me, personally. But yeah, that makes sense. No worries, Shane. We saw it in the end. We got there in the end. Would I start McNeil or Rodgers? I'd play Rodgers this week. I would probably go Cunha plus Verbergen. I don't know if I do. I don't really like 1 week punts this season because the fact that you can roll transfers past what's it called? Past wildcards now. I don't really like the idea of a 1 week punt. Ha. I mean, me and Golden might have a look at something. That sounds like a pretty good idea. But yeah, that's completely fine, man. Give him my love as well. Give him my love while you're over there. Yeah, like I said, if you guys haven't checked out Golden Goal Fantasy Football channel as well, go and check it out. The guy's an absolute legend. Is anyone heading towards a triple Arsenal? Soon they don't leave London in December, so they don't have a travel issue. Valid. Nico Jackson or Evan Nielsen? I would probably say Evan Nielsen. You qualify as a big boy now, Tom. I don't know if that's the case, mate. We've got 10k subs. I don't see myself as a big boy. I reckon like maybe like 20k plus. That's probably where we start to enter those realms of big boy territory. I don't know. What do you guys reckon? When do you reckon like we can call ourselves a big boy? When can we call ourselves a big boy? What number do we have to get to? Is Salah a must-have? I probably would say so going forward. I think Palmer's the bigger must-have, just down to the fact of how great the fixtures are coming up for Chelsea. And the way that they're panned out this season. By the way, I've just put a soother in. I'm just trying to like make sure my throat doesn't absolutely die on me again or get tonsillitis for the second time. Let's not do that. I don't know if I'd do that move necessarily for a -8 for me personally. Probably would bench Nuri out of all of those options. Probably would play Liveramento. Action Jackson is the one. What changes am I making this week? We're going to roll this week. We are going to roll this week. We're going to build up our transfers for a busy festive period. We've got Mbuemo and Vista to think about for the next 2 weeks. Then, of course, we've got, you know, Mikalenko's fixtures fall off. Aina's fixtures fall off. So we've got a lot of stuff to be doing with the team. So we need as many transfers going into this busy festive period, I'd say. Yeah, agreed. Andy's got the right idea as well. Andy's got the right idea. We need to be looking to get more 90-minute men within the side as well. What's my rank? We're just outside the top 1 mil. Like, we've had an absolute storm up the rankings. We've gone from 5 million in game week 7 all the way now going into game week 12, just outside the top 1 mil. We've obviously put it back. The team's been in pretty decent shape. And this is the thing, like, I'm quite happy with the structure of having Salah, Palmer and Haaland. I think you've got the best assets in the game, really. It does mean like we have to play people like Rodgers every week, but it's not the worst deal in the world, is it? I probably would go Jimenez on that one. Yeah, Bowen season will be back. Bowen season will be back. Don't worry about that one. Around game week 14, that's probably where I'm going to be looking to pick up Jared Bowen. I would probably be tempted with Semenyo, but Rodgers could easily do exceptionally well in that fixture. I think Bruno's only going to be a short-term punt. Just remember that. Like, I know he had a pretty decent mega haul, but it is probably going to only be like a short-term punt on that one. I could sell Haaland. Like, we've gone through this a few times. I think after this week, probably there is like a 6-game week spell where I could go without Haaland. But it's keeping the transfers intact, isn't it, really? That's going to be the issue for me. Son and Strand Larson to Semenyo and Isak. I like both of those moves you suggested there, mate. I'd probably go with those moves, Peter. I probably would go with those moves. Do keep your questions coming in. Keep the subscriptions coming in. Keep the likes coming in as well. You guys have been absolutely incredible with your support today. Bum ba bum ba bum ba bum bum ba bum ba bum ba bum. When am I doing team reviews? We just did a big batch, but if you want to send it me on X or on Blue Sky, more than happy to do some more as well. Like I said, guys, I am new to Blue Sky, so if you do want to drop me a cheeky little follow over on here as well, it would be appreciated. Yeah, I don't like the notifications, though, because sometimes they pull through, sometimes they don't pull through on here. That's a bit of a weird one. But yeah, there's been some updated projections here as well. Big increase for Manchester City. I did think that would happen as well. So here they are. Big increase for Manchester City. Actually favoured to outscore Liverpool. Increase for Chelsea as well in terms of their projected goal numbers. Slight down increase on clean sheets as well, I've noticed. Haaland's gone up as well on the goal projections. Salah's dropped off. Haaland's gone right up at 1.04. Interesting, guys. This is interesting stuff. Haaland cap might be on. It might be on the cards. Yep, no worries, man. We can help you out. Loving the new generation of content creators, in particular yourself, Golden, and Leon. Fran's decent as well. Yeah, all great guys as well. Genuinely, I've spoke to all of them. Top lads, like genuinely. Got a lot of time for everybody that you've mentioned there. All worth checking out as well if you aren't subscribed to any of these guys' channels. Diaz punt, not for me. They don't believe in coats in Newcastle. If you've got Gakpo, probably get rid. Cunha or Pedro, I need the money for Isak and Jackson later on. I mean, if you need the money later on, you're probably going to be looking at João Pedro, aren't you? Luis Diaz alternative. It's hard within that midfield bracket, but Anthony Gordon could be somebody. Anthony Gordon could be someone. He really could. I'm starting to have doubts about. I wonder what Thingy's projection is for this week. Let's have a look. Salah's still edging it with 8, but he's come down from 8.1. Haaland at 7.7 as well. Bro. Eesh. These are tempting. These are tempting. Palmer should be fit. Yeah, I won't worry about that one. Yeah, the coin is occasionally wrong, isn't he? Will De Bruyne play? I don't think he will. Kwanzaa is now 3.9 million. Oh my god, that guy's had a right fall. Let me have a look. Let's head over to FotMob. Let me have a quick cheeky look. But yeah, I'm in the back of my mind, right? Haaland cap is starting to look a bit tasty. De Bruyne is expected to play on FotMob according to this as well. I'm tempted, you know. I'm tempted. Mykolenko. I'd probably go Mykolenko on that one. I actually wouldn't recommend picking up any Everton defenders, though, if that's a transfer. Trent to Gvardiol this week. Not bad. Gvardiol has actually still been doing quite well, despite no clean sheets, which is ridiculous. We've got a little bit of thinking to do, I reckon, before the debt. Maybe we go with Thingy captain. It's tempting. It is tempting. Haaland cap. Let me know which way you guys are potentially swinging on that one. Would you go with Salah cap or would you go with Haaland cap? Let me know in the chat. No, go away. Yeah, it is. And I think the bonus points, if we look at the bonus points this year as well, like, Salah's not even been doing like anything exceptional, but has been picking up mad bonus points. Like, look at this. A goal, 31. A goal and assist, 39. Like, the guy is just claiming bonus points galore here for doing the basics. Paul McCaff says, Hussein, go for it, man. Just sent my team on X. Really need some help on how international break and all the injuries. Yep. Salah for me, just for the extra points. Yep. Yeah. Jojo says he's going Haaland. I don't own Salah. I do think it could be worth. I'm having doubts, and usually when this happens, yeah, it doesn't go well. Let's have a look at this team then you've sent over, mate. Right, we've had a few sent in actually. Thoughts on this team? Decent. Good luck this game week, man. I've really messed up right now. I have 2 free transfers in the bank, 0 in the bank. What should I do? Fantasy Football Hub says Haaland to Isaac, Van de Ven to Gabriel. Any other recommendations, or is it worth it? Right. Okay, so we've got some room to do here. I think the sensible transfer would be get these cheap defenders sorted out, right? Van de Ven to Colwell, I think would make complete sense. Right, Van de Ven to Colwell, it gives you a playing defender, chuck him in, then roll with that into next week. I'd keep Haaland for this fixture. So I reckon that'll be fine. Van de Ven to Colwell or Hall, get either of these in, put them in instead of Konza, roll with that for this week. I think your team will be fine. Gives you, again, 2 free transfers to reassess and evaluate next week as well with 2 free transfers. I think that's probably the way to play it. Is Aina injured? He's flagged but not injured. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. He's in quite a few of the predicted lineups I've seen. I think it's 2 returns each today with Haaland and Salah. I think there's 2 points difference in it. Fair enough, my friend. Why can I not find my thingy? Please rate my team. For you, my friend, always. Semenyo or Mavadidi? Semenyo all the way. Semenyo all the way on that one, my friend. Start 8 Nuria Robinson. I would actually be tempted to back the home team and go Robinson on that one. But yeah, jokes let's head over to your team on here. I can't see it, mate. Let me just have a quick check, make sure it's kicking around. Maybe if it's in the hiddens or whatever. Can't see it. Have you sent it me over? Let me know. None more lurking down there either. Slot 2 out of ESR, Rodgers and McNeil. I would probably go ESR and Rodgers. Vissa or Pedro to buy. Probably João Pedro is going to be the better buy, but I think, yeah, I'm not 100% convinced by his minutes on that one. Dodged a bullet, got a shot at Kwanzaa at 4 million. Oh. Best Gvardiol replacement. I don't know if I'd be taking him out. A few predicted lineups don't have Colwell in. Is it worth still getting him or some other defender? Also, will there be a rotation risk? He's pretty much a 90-minute man so far this season. But if he's in some of the predicted lineups you've not seen him, then yeah, maybe look at going elsewhere. But a lot that I've seen do have Colwell in. Cool, we'll go and check it out. I'm off downtown now to get my new phone. Wonderful stuff. See you later, Jamie. Enjoy your day. Yeah, you will see me on Sunday. Seriously considering Cole Palmer captain. I'd say let's wait and see if we get team news. But the projected goal numbers have gone up for Chelsea from the betting markets overnight. So, one to consider. One definitely to consider. Right, let's have a look. There he is. Muric, man. Oh, honk. What a honk. I mean, the team somehow has the best 3 midfielders and Haaland. It's unbelievable. Genuinely, this team's unbelievable. I kind of rate it, though. I kind of rate it. Yep, yeah. Very valid. And the fact that they've conceded, I think it's 7 goals from right wingers so far this season, so... I think if Haaland doesn't look good against Tottenham, I reckon he might be a sell-off. He could be a sell-off for me, personally. Will Saka start? I don't 100% know if Saka's going to start. I don't really want to buy into the Arteta mind games. So, yeah. Leaks? I reckon we might get maybe 1 or 2 leaks, but we'll wait and see. Yeah, they are expensive. I don't think your team's, like, abysmal, though. Like, to have all 4 of those players in, jeez. I kind of rate it. I kind of rate it, mate. I do kind of rate it. I do kind of rate it. Buy Saka or Bruno. Bench one of Cunha's. Pedro probably. Semenyo or Rodgers probably ones that you want to bench. I've got Pedro FOMO. I think he's a good pick. He is a decent pick, but the problem is, right, is you've got so much competition for places within that side. It's ridiculous. Then factor in the fact that he's just come back from a long-term injury. Then, on top of that, factor in the fact that we've got so many games in quick succession. I think he'll be dropped in some of them. I do. Saka if we get news that he starts, and João Pedro or Isaac and Bruno Fernandes. I probably would want Isaac out of all of those. Will Saka start? Again, I don't have a 100% confirmed answer on that one. We're trying to guess what Arteta's mind games are. Nobody really knows at this point. Yeah, I think Evan Nielsen's not a bad one. Yeah, he did train yesterday, but it was only a partial training session. So yeah. They are desperate for a win, but I feel like they could either be cagey or they could absolutely go and smash it. It's probably going to go one way or the other, isn't it, really? Buy Saka or Bruno. The thing is, right, Bruno you're probably only going to want for 2 fixtures. Saka, I don't think I'd be buying him just because I don't know, like, yeah. Because the fact that we don't know whether or not he's going to play, I don't know if I'm going to buy into him. It could be worth the -4, but let's wait and see what happens this game week before making any decisions like that. Yeah, I do agree with your point. I think as well, Ruto's been doing so well that maybe João Pedro doesn't even go straight into the side. Do keep your questions coming in. Keep the likes coming in as well on today's stream. You guys have been pretty amazing with your support, as always. Saka is a headache for me. He will, he won't. Yeah, I feel that's the risky play, obviously, with Arteta picks as well. The guy is so hard to read, isn't he? Pedro start. Yeah, I feel like you can't be playing Pedro every week. You need players on the bench that can obviously facilitate that move. Bruh, no, I appreciate you, man. I do appreciate you coming in. Lots of people have been here for a while, and it's great to see. It is great to see. Yeah, if we go back to like a year ago as well, the stream quality was naff compared to this. I like the new setup. I think it looks pretty decent. But yeah. A lot's changed. A lot's changed in a year. Yeah, if I could get to Palmer and maybe like Gabriel or Saliba, yeah, I'd definitely be up for that.
I'm on a wild card, so get Saka or Bruno. I'd take the gamble on Saka on the wild card. And then I'd start Cunha, Semenyo. And then it's so hard to decide which one to bench, to be honest. Pedro or Rodgers? I think I would lean more towards Rodgers. Yeah, it genuinely is a really, really hard decision because you could have, like, genuinely any of them play, really. So yeah, it's genuinely so tough. You should go to the Bayern or Dortmund derby game and vlog it. There might be some Dortmund action in January. There might be, or there might be somewhere else. It's something that I'm working on. Don't worry, man. Pedro or Rodgers for this week? I think I probably would play Rodgers. You might as well wait until we see the what's it called? If there is any early team news. There's always some surprise scorelines, isn't there, post-international break? You see it quite a lot, so I think there will be a few more. Son to Bruno or Saka? I think with Saka being a doubt, I'd probably be leaning a little bit more towards Bruno. Remember, though, Son does have a pretty decent record against Manchester City. I don't think I'd go Odegaard. Not yet. Love from South Africa. Second South African we've had in here today, Josh. We've had people from absolutely everywhere today, and I love it. That TPS player said, "Hi, I have Trent. Should I bring in on Pedporo City away or bench him or take a -4?" I don't know necessarily if it's going to be worth a -4, so I think maybe just benching him, see how it goes. Yeah, true. I just don't like booking in transfers. That's the only problem with me. I guess, though, Bruno is one of those players that would fit in the 90-minute category as well. So, again, you could go down that route. Did I see the Ronaldo and Mr. Beast collabs? I didn't. Unfortunately, I have better things to watch with my day and do in my day than watch Mr. Beast and Ronaldo. It's just not for me, personally. It's just not for me. Just not what I'm getting on board with. Would you sell Rico Lewis or roll the 1-free transfer? Who would you buy instead? Really appreciate the advice. I think I'd roll this week. We expect Lewis to start, so I think I'd roll. This week. That's probably what I'd do on that one. Haaland to Salah. It's dicey, especially with how limited the Spurs defense is this week. Hello, mate. Would you sell Trent for a -4? Depends who that -4 is going to be, isn't it, really? No worries, mate. Anytime. As we can see on the poll, 71% of you have gone for Mohamed Salah, so he does look like he's going to be probably the most captained player, I would say, this week. Probably going to be close to 125%, 130% EO. 9% have gone for Palmer. 17% have gone for Haaland as well. George, it's been a while, man. Hope you're doing decent. I would keep... if I've got them, I'm keeping them for this week. Longer term, probably going to be starting to look away with some pretty tricky fixtures coming up. There we go. We're getting through this suite now. There we go. What do you guys think as well to the sort of new look? I obviously shaved this grumbly bit here. It's coming back, but reckon we shave it again and we just keep the tash going? Let me know. Do we shave off this again? This growing back here, this grumbly bit, and just have a tash, solid tash? Or do we just let it grow back out? Let me know. Nice. Canate and Pedro or Cunha and a 4 million. Probably Canate and Pedro. Probably Canate and Pedro. That's probably the way I'd go on that one. Bum, bum, bum. Do keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline, let me know. Of course, we are doing team reviews over on Twitter as well. And on Blue Sky as well, if you are over on that new platform as well. Bruno Cap, possibility. But I think I think with Salah and Palmer having better fixtures this week, and the fact that Spurs don't have a defence, I think that makes Palmer, Salah and Haaland all better options for me, in my opinion. But if you want to ask the coin is here. The coin is here. The trusty coin. Coin. Let me know. Let's have a quick scout around on Twitter, see what's cracking off. See if there's any sort of team news or anything like that. Nothing as of yet. Nothing as of yet. Let's have a look. See what's cracking off. No early team news either. No early team news either. God, bless me. I got Palmer in for Minter and the other -4 transfer is Trent out. Fair enough. Yep, that makes sense. Can you remember who the first content creator you watched was? Mine was the great Nathan Bacon. Wow. Mine was FPL Mate. It was Euro 2020. I watched his content. There you go. Maybe shave it till it's a bit thicker, then grow it out. Tash is class though. All right, we'll do that then. We'll do that then. Cheers for the advice, mate. Appreciate that. Tash is class. It's not bad. It's not bad. We're doing all right in the Tash department. So yeah, I reckon we'll shave it. We'll shave it after the stream. But let's have a look at that team. It's a decent team. I like it. I like it. Who's the best 4.4 million defenders? Hall is one. Cash, but is the barrel scraping at that pick? I guess Anderson at 4.3 also probably has to be in there, doesn't he? Hey Tom, streams are back. Welcome back. Hope you're feeling good. Yeah, man. Tonsillitis absolutely destroyed me. Like, absolutely finished me off. It's the worst thing in the world. I would not recommend anybody getting it. Just down to the fact that it just kills you off. Like, literally kills you off. So yeah, I'm trying to manage my throat a little bit better. Not trying to speak too much as well. So yeah. Yeah. Agree with you on that one, O'Shane. Start Foden or Garnacho? Probably good to go Foden. Movember as well promotes cancer awareness in men this month. Agreed. Maybe I'll do that next year. Maybe I'll shave it all off and we'll go for it. See how much we can raise. FPL are doing a Jason Derulo signed ball giveaway. Where the hell is this? Someone's got to send me a link to this. A Jason Derulo ball giveaway. No, you got to send me this. You got to send me this. This isn't real. This isn't real. I'm going to have a look now for this. 8 Nuri went up again last night. Oh, result. Oh, result. You love to see it. And Salah. Oh. Lovely. Where's this Jason Derulo giveaway? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it on the channel. Where is it? Someone tell me where it is. Do you think Garnacho starts? I do, personally. Let's have a look what FOTMob's saying, because I've had quite a few questions, and it's not the most reliable tool. I'll give you that. But it's a tool. When do United play? Tomorrow, so maybe they might not be out yet. Let's have a look. Yeah, they are. Doesn't actually have him in here. So maybe Garnacho might be a little bit of a risky one. It's actually got Ahmed in here. So yeah, maybe I'm going to change my answer on that one. Maybe I'm going to change my answer on that one. Maybe no Bruno. Is Aina in this one? Let's have a look. Aina? Yeah, Aina's in there. So we don't have to worry about that one. What about the Chelsea one as well? Because we had a few people obviously asking about Levi Colwell. He is in here as Levi Colwell. So, yeah. What's Fofana's minutes been like? I want to look at that as well. Let's have a look. Because this Chelsea fixture run, it does have to be considered. Like, genuinely, it really, really does. Wesley Fofana flagged. Great. 90. Okay, not bad. But the reason I'm hot on Colwell is that. Just 90 every week. 90 every week. He's obviously the manager's favourite. Cucurella, bit too expensive. Not really secured in his minutes. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I'm a fan of Colwell. He just plays a lot of minutes. A hell of a lot of minutes, to say the least. Not your mum. What? But do train your voice like a singer on tour. Look into the tricks they do. I have voice. I'm basically a blues singer. Can't sing. Yeah, I need to look into it, but I'm not looking into my mum. That's a bit weird. But yeah, I'll look into some voice stuff because it has been a problem. Because you are literally, I don't think people realise, when we do these streams, or at least when I do these streams, I'm chatting for 3.5 hours most times, right? Constantly as well. There's not usually like a break. Like if you're a radio DJ, you have breaks, you have the ads, the music and stuff like that. This, I'm chatting for 3.5 hours to you guys. And my voice does take a battering. It does take a bit of a battering. But, you know, we'll have to look into some stuff. We'll take a look. Oh, yeah, I get you. I get you now. But yeah, it's solid advice, mate. It is solid advice. Voice training exercises. What we got? Let's have a look. Yawning, humming, lip buzzing. What? Any news on flag players? All the flag players in my squad probably are going to play. Here we go. What we got? Yawn sing technique. For quick vocal exercise, simply yawn. Okay. That actually did feel a little bit better. Hang on. That is helping. Hum warm-ups. Humming is one of the best vocal warm-ups because it doesn't put a strain on your vocal cords. Place the tip of your tongue behind the bottom of your front teeth. Hum down. Tongue trill exercise. Anyone who's just tuning in is just watching me going, right, okay, I think the illness that Tom had has got to him, to be honest. But yeah, we'll just practicing some vocal stuff, just making sure my voice doesn't go and trying to just maintain it a little bit better. Thank you very much for the tips, Andy. Works for those big streams. Yeah, I probably just need to wake up a little bit earlier, and yeah, just manage the vocal cords a little bit better. Make sure they're all good. That's the main thing, isn't it? Just make sure they're all good. You know what I mean? Should I get Salah and Semedo in for Haaland and McNeil for a -4? Ooh, good question. I don't know if I'd do it for a -4. No. I don't think I'd do it for a -4. You stretch before you go onto the pitch, don't you? Very valid. Very valid, mate. So yeah, probably should stretch out the vocal cords a little bit. Oh dear. All right, Tom, here's what was going to take Haaland out, but after seeing the Spurs defence situation, I'm rethinking it. To take Son out and Foden out would have 21.1 in the bank. You'd be in a decent position, mate. Send me over your team because I can't quite remember what it looks like. But yeah, Cole Palmer looks like the type of guy to be doing a spot of lip buzzing at 9:41 on a Saturday morning. Oh dear, dear, dear. Just... Yeah, I'd wait till next week. I'd wait till next week, especially with Haaland going up against a really battered defense in terms of injuries. Could be a gold mine for points. It really, really could. But yeah, anyone else who's got any vocal tips as well, get them in, and we'll try and do some more. Should I replace Saka with Salah, Trent for Virgil and Haaland and Isak? I like the moves you suggested. I have liked all the moves you suggested. Yeah, it would be so random, wouldn't it? Like people just turn on the stream and I'm just going, or going. Like people just be like, this guy has lost the plot. He's lost the plot. But don't worry, we're just doing vocal exercises. We're just keeping the voice intact, making sure we don't get tonsillitis again. But yeah, that's all we're doing. I've not lost the plot. Right, Rhea Fabian. Free transfers. Okay. Have you got anything in the bank, George? Or nothing in the bank? I mean, Palmer and Salah have to be in here, don't they? But I guess you can only get to one. And if I was to have one, I probably would want Palmer more than Salah over this period. I think right. I'd want Palmer. Yeah, I'd want Palmer. And I'd want Haaland for one more week. Have a mime stream, just be like, or it'd just be like, literally just be like, it'd be like, or it'd be like, hang on, where's the box? Hang on, and then you'd be like, you go, boom, something like that. There we go. You don't get that on other streams. People pretending to be mimes. Aidari, Colwell, Delict, Gavardio, Rogers, Raul, Visser, Cunha, bench 3. Probably 8 Nuri's got to be in there, and then maybe like Rogers. And then maybe, oh God, that's so tough. That is so tough. That is genuinely so tough. Yeah, I'd probably say 8 Nuri and Rogers. Then I guess it's up to you, really. Who should I sell? Rico Lewis for Konate. I wouldn't sell Rico Lewis this week. I give him one more week with the Kovacic injury. I'm expecting him to play. Who to replace Trent from Hall, Colwell, Robinson, Konate? I like all of those picks, so yeah, go for it. 8 Nuri Colwell. Oh, we did that one. Live mime, yeah. Thoughts on Trent to Konate / Virgil from -4. Porro is the backup. I just play Porro. Who should I... we did that question. Son / Lewis to Palmer / Colwell would have 5 flag players but 1.2 million in the bank and 2. I like the move. I genuinely like the moves. And if we get early team news that he's definitely playing, go for it. Probably would be Isak this week, just because Saka's a little bit of a doubt. I don't know if I do those moves for a -4. Pick one to bench: Rogers, Semenyo, or João Pedro. I'm going to say João Pedro. Risky, but I'd probably go with that one. Yeah, Lewis is definitely a keep this week. 100% a keep. Best 4.5 million defender. I think if he's fit and available, Colwell. Genuinely, I think it's Levi Colwell. Yeah, bring him in after the suspension. That's the dream. That is the dream. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any questions that you do have, obviously we're doing team ratings on Twitter and on Blue Sky as well, so make sure you're heading those over there. And we are approaching 100 likes on today's stream, so if you do enjoy it, make sure you are hitting that like button. Only 18 more people to go. So yeah, get your likes in. Get your likes in, guys. We've got about an hour and 10 minutes as well till the deadline, so any questions you do have, get them in as well. Hello, I did Palmer in for Minter because I sold Haaland the week before and I have Trent as well. Should I sell him for a -4? I don't think I would. If I've got decent cover, I don't think the -4 is necessarily. If your team's looking a bit ropey, then go for the -4. Probably going to be bringing in a Gabriel or a Saliba realistically, aren't you? That's probably what I'd recommend. That is probably what I recommend. I'm getting a little bit hungry. Start Van der Berg or Lewis this week? Lewis. Easy decision. I would prefer Mbuemo and Isak. There you go on that one. Mbuemo and Isak. Got like a really horrible little like dint here at the moment. It's not like a spot. It's just like a little dint. It's a bit like dry skin or something. Kirkers and Hall are also decent options. I just think Colwell's going to play 90 minutes. And we went through this with the Chelsea fixtures. You could bring in Colwell this week and he might never leave your team again. That's how good the fixtures are in terms of rotating around other defenders. Like, he's got like one game where it's bad, back to a good run of green and greys. 2 games where it's bad, back to greens. Like, that's why I like Colwell. I could foreseeably, after I take him out for Mikolenko or Reina in 14, could foreseeably see him being sat in my team till the end of the season. That's how good that run is. Genuinely, that's how good that run is. I know Chelsea haven't been the best defence as well so far this season, but it'll improve. It'll improve. It will improve. Da, 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 da. Free transfers 0.7. Probably going to be, probably Trent and Porro are probably going to come out of this side, aren't they, realistically? So yeah, they're probably the ones that I'd be going for there, mate. Trent and Porro out, probably maybe move down to a Saliba, a Gabriel, somebody like that. And then downgrade Porro to like a 4.5, maybe somebody like an 8 Nuri, a Colwell, a Hall. And then you've got the money probably to go Foden up to Palmer. Like that. Porro and Saka to Palmer and Colwell. I do like both of those moves. I do. Yeah. Start Lewis even if I have Gvardiol. Yeah. Why not? Why not? The projected clean sheet date is not that bad. Tom, would you rather do Lewis to Colwell, 1.2 million in the bank, or Foden to Bruno for 2 weeks? I think I'd rather do the Foden to Bruno for 2 weeks. I would. No worries, mate. Anytime. That is what the stream is here for. As always. As always, that is what this stream is here for. Just to help you guys out. We love it. Start Wood or Johnson. I'd probably go Wood just for penalty appeal, really. You never know what can happen with VAR and stuff like that. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline, let me know. Ow. Ow. There's a bit of a spot in my eyebrow. I hate when that happens. But yeah, any questions you do have, let me know. Let me know which way you potentially swing in with captaincy as well. We had a little wobble where we thought maybe we might take a gamble at Haaland, but I do think Mohamed Salah is probably going to be the player we're going to go for, to be honest. Sounds like it's raining now rather than snowing. It was snowing earlier. Now it's raining, I think. So yeah. All good stuff there. I can see Forest getting 1 goal. I'd honestly love a 0-0 in this game. A 0-0 would be delightful. Yeah, valid, George. Those moves are valid. I've done Trent to Colwell and I have 7.2 million in the bank. Jeez Louise, you can probably buy most people in the game here. You're in a good position, mate. You're in a really, really good position. Jen. In a really good position. Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comment section below with transfers for this game week. Any questions you do have, let me know. Oh, my days. Oh, it's hard not to talk. Like, genuinely, I want to talk all the time, but I'm trying to conserve my vocals a little bit better this week. I don't really want to be ill again, so we're trying to do it. Haaland will be about 16% capacity on FPL, and Salah will get 69. Nice. I reckon, right, EO numbers, I reckon Salah's probably going to be like 125, 130. I reckon Haaland, because of his drop in ownership, I reckon he might be around like, what do you reckon? Like 90, 95? Still be high, but yeah. Who would you sell to bring in Isak between Wood, Welbeck and Solanke? I just brought Solanke last week. Probably would be Solanke, to be honest, mate. That would probably be the one. I did Rico or Wood. The fixtures fall off, but they've got Ipswich next week. I did Rico to Mazwari for a 2-week punt. I got fed up of Rico. Fair enough. Henderson, Digne, Rico Lewis, Colwell, Salah, Rogers, Palmer, and Buemo, Haaland, Cunha, João Pedro, Forts. Decent team. Sells to Verbergen, Vista to Pedro, Porro to Gabriel. I wouldn't do the goalkeeper transfer. Goalkeeper transfers for me are meaningless and pointless. They really, really are. I don't recommend doing them. So I think you can do all the other moves that you've suggested there and not have to take the -4. I just hate goalkeeper transfers. They're really not worth it. Genuinely terrible. Genuinely terrible. I haven't done FPL challenge in ages, by the way. So let's do that. Let's do that. I don't know if we had a league set up. I think we might have done. Let's see what's the challenge this week. The budget is set to 45 million. Okay, we've got 3 forwards. Where is he? Isak. Can I change formations? Can I change? Oh, I can change formations in this. I think maybe something like that might work a little bit better. Where's Fernandez? Fernandez, Bosch, straight in. I mean, if we can get Salah in there, great. How much have we got? 15.1. Oh, God, we're definitely not going to be doing this. Goalkeepers. Who's got decent fixture this week? Let's go Leno. I like that fixture. Defenders. Where's Colwell? We've been bigging him up too much to not go without him. Colwell. Hall. How much have we got? 1.2 million. Right. Salah might have to go. He's got to go, blood. He's got to go. Is there a free in midfield? Like, can I play one up front? There, that's the one. Isak up top. Bruno. Let's get Rogers in here for budget. Oh, it's because I'm on sat on defenders, aren't I? Bollocks. Rogers. How much have we got? 8.8. Ooh, baby. Let's have a look what we can buy for that. 8.8. What can we get? We can get a Luis Diaz. Has he been playing? Yeah, let's just chuck him in. Let's go with that. That'll do. There we go. That'll do. Yeah, I'm not too bothered about that. I probably won't look at that again. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Brighton's fixtures do look great, but they are still one of the worst teams for XG conceded as well. So, yeah. I really don't like the goalkeeper transfer. It just feels redundant. It really, really does. I mean, Saliba's right there as well, rather than Gabriel. Let's do that. Sultran, and who should I buy? Probably one of Gabriel, Saliba. If you want to knock it down to a 4.5, Hall. Canate could also be an option as well. Hi mate, selling Haaland this week and upgrading Minter to Salah for a -4. Best replacements for Haaland. Can't afford Watkins, Isak, Havertz or Jackson. I mean, if you can't afford any of those guys, like, I'd want one of those guys. Probably going to be Cunha then, isn't it? Probably going to be somebody like Cunha, Evan Nielsen, Danny Welbeck, somebody like that. But I don't know if it's necessarily worth doing that -4. If I can't get Isak, yeah. Fair enough. If that's the way you want to go with it, go with it. Nah, I reckon that's good. I reckon that's good to go, mate. I'm liking that. I am liking that. Hope you're doing well anyway, George, man. It's been a while. It's been a while. But yeah, I like that. I do like that. Right, let's have a look if there's anything kind of kicking around in terms of team news or anything like that. Doesn't look like it. Anything on Blue Sky, maybe? See if anyone's got anything on there. Hey, congrats. Boom. XG Storm. I just saw that. Someone said, I want XG Storm in there as a thing. Can confirm no snow down south. Love that. Love that. I'm just happy football's back. Yeah, me too, mate. Me too. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Yeah, the thing with João Pedro is I think people, if he's benched, right, people like the João Pedro hype will die off instantly. We've got to remember there's so many game weeks in such short succession that he will see some benchings. And Hutzler's not afraid to rotate players. Like, we've seen that quite a lot already this season. So I think it's one of those where, yeah, it's gonna be a bit dicey. It is gonna be a little bit dicey. Can confirm no snow down south. Love that. Love that, my friend. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have, let me know in the comment section. If you're enjoying today's stream as well, make sure you're hitting that like button and subscribing as well. Tom, I'm going to lock in my team. Cap, Palmer, rate it, my friend. I do rate it. Love that for you, man. Love that for you. Hopefully it pays off. Hopefully it pays off. Keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. Sell Rico Lewis and Solanke and Foden. Buy Bruno Fernandes and Isak Saliba for, I have Raya and Gabriel. Free Arsenal defence. I don't think I'd do the free Arsenal defence. Not for me. Over a busy festive period, we're seeing a lack of clean sheets within the Premier League as well. Not for me personally, my friend. Not for me. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, if you've got cover, then it's not too much of an issue if João Pedro is getting benched or not seeing the certain minutes that you expected. If you've got decent cover, but like if I was to bring him in right now for Visser, I don't know if my bench is going to cover him if he's starting to get benched or reduce minutes and stuff like that. I don't think it's going to happen. Like I said, Champions League content will be back as well this week. There'll be a deadline stream for that one on Tuesday. Then, of course, the next FPL deadline will be Friday. So, yeah, lots of content coming out on the channel as well. There'll be a video out later tonight as well. So, keep your eyes peeled for that one. What's up, Tom? Hey, man, how's it going? Hope you're decent. Hope you're decent. Get a flask by you with lots of honey in it. Yeah, I probably should. But my voice pretty much does this a lot of the time. And yeah, I don't really want to get up and make a drink. I can't be arsed. I really can't be arsed. But yeah, we'll get something going forward where we have a little bit of a hot drink to soothe the throat going forward. But yeah. I dropped to 428 in UCL Fantasy. Oh man, that's a stinger. That is a stinger. We can get you back, though. We can get you back. Yeah, a few people have said this. Like, I think George is another one who said he'd only do it because I was just streaming. He was like, oh, fuck it, I'll put a team together. And he's absolutely flying. I prefer going for Raya rather than Timber. I just would. Yep, busy schedule. Lots of stuff coming up, lots of videos, lots of streams coming up. Like I said as well, you know, what is it? I'm still working over this time period as well. Like, it's mental. It's going to be mental. Should I do Haaland, Solanke, Foden, Kulusevski and Van de Ven for Salah, Isak, Cunha, Saka and Hall? I like all the options, but I don't think Saka's a player I would be necessarily looking to bring in this week, just with it being a bit of a dicey one. Made my team 10 minutes before the first deadline and ended up 9th. Like, that's the sort of shit I love. That's the sort of stuff I love. Hi mate, start Wood or DCL? I think I'd actually go Chris Wood. I genuinely would. DCL is crap. He's genuinely the worst player in the world. Probably ESR and Rodgers for me. Yeah, that's probably what I'd go for on that one. That's probably what I'd go for on that one. Let me know if you've got any questions, guys. Get them in the chat. Get them in the chat. Any that you do have, let me know. Triple Captain Salah, probably not this week, my friend. Probably not this week. Who do I support? I used to be able to see it. Hang on, let me switch to the solo cam. You can see it there. Hang on. That team there, which is Mansfield Town. That's the team that I support. We play in League One. So yeah, there you go. Yeah. There we go. Most people don't even know what League One is, but yeah, that's where we're at with my team. Honestly, having a pretty difficult week in FPL, not gonna lie. Do you think I should go Sugwara to Mazwari? My other defenders are. I think there's better 4.5 million defenders to be picking up. Hall or Colwell for me personally. Maddison to Fernandez a good move. Yeah, I just worry about Bruno's longevity within people's sides. Start Lewis or Mikalenko. Lewis. Yeah, I'm originally from Mansfield. Yeah. That's where I'm originally from. Like, you might not be able to tell because I don't really have an accent. It's kind of just a bit neutral. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I don't think I have an accent. And I've been told I don't really have an accent. It just kind of sounds like Middle England. But let me know. Maybe you guys think I do have an accent. But I don't think I have. Oh, nice one, man. Nice one. Love that. I love that. Are you playing EFL Fantasy as well, Luca, or not? Ravens head then Clippo. Love that. My nan lives in Ollerton, so I'm very familiar with that area. Very familiar with that area. I've got a friend as well who lives in Ollerton. Actually, I've got 2 friends who live in Ollerton. So yeah. You want Tom's old address? Oh dear, man. What school did you go to? What secondary school did you go to? I'm guessing maybe like what's the one? It'd either be like Brunt's. What's the other one? I'm trying to think of the other one that's around there. Saka is consistently injured. He does love a yellow flag. He really, really does. That's mad. I live like 10 minutes from Alton. Yeah, I'd know loads of people that do that. Yeah, I'd be able to rate your team. No worries. Palmer cap. Yeah. Do I think Robertson will start? No, I've seen Simicast in quite a few predicted lineups, so I don't think he will now. Bum 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 bum. Oh, valid. Valid, mate. Fair enough. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Whatever that might be. We've had some absolutely wild stuff in today's stream, and I love that. I love the randomness of today's stream. But yeah, keep your questions coming in. Whatever you want to know, I'll let you know. FPL wise as well, we will be doing team reviews over on Twitter and Blue Sky as well. So do keep your questions coming in. Sell Delap to Vissa or João Pedro? I would prefer João Pedro. I think with Brentford's fixtures, right? The next 2 are fine, Everton and Leicester. Then that is just abysmal. Like, abysmal. Genuinely abysmal. We're probably not looking at owning their assets again till maybe January. It's a really, really abysmal run they're about to go on. So, yeah. Not somebody that I'd want to own longer term. Let's have a look if we've had any early team news. Nothing as of yet. Anything on over on Blue Sky? No. I'm 24. I'm 25 in January. So there you go, mate. We all have about 7 yellow flags and one of them won't play as Saka. Valid. Yeah, I don't think I'd do anything for a hit. I'd hold Lewis for this week. Take 2 into next week. Yeah, I probably would say DCL is probably a player you want to start to look to get rid of. Chris Wood, longer term, also going to be one that you want to get rid of. But your team seems pretty decent for this week, so you could actually just hold and take 3 into next week and have a really big, obviously, switch around with the side. I wouldn't be going for punts this time of the year with lots of games coming up. Not for me. Do you think João Pedro will start? And would you play João Pedro or Solanke this week? I'd take the gamble and play João Pedro. Should I start Rodgers or Raul Jimenez? I probably would go Raul Jimenez on that one. I think for the penalty appeal, that'd be the way that I'd go on that one. Jackson to start? Yeah, I expect Jackson to start. Hopefully we get some early team news before the deadline. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Do you think Foden will start? He is on the FOTMob predicted lineup, so yeah, I do. Boom, 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 boom. What I need to look at is if I've got anybody in the EFL ones as well. Early kickoffs. Got the Sheffield United players, so yeah, we need to check that one. Birmingham as well, early kickoff. Okay. Garnacho's not in the predicted lineup, so I don't think I'd be probably going for him. Madueke, I absolutely despise as a pick. I hate watching him play football. Potentially, or they could be playing. This is the thing with Pep, right? He's seen these losses. He might come back with a completely new formation, completely changes how City play. It would not surprise me to see something like that from Pep. No, I probably would play Lewis. Yeah, 100%. 100%. There's, like, you'll have so much more life experience on certain stuff than me. I'll have stuff that, you know, more maybe like tech savvy stuff, or like everyone, regardless of their age, has something to offer to society. And I think that's probably why the UK in particular and the US has quite a big problem with like dementia and stuff like that, is because once people get to a certain age in this country, we just kind of cast them aside. Like, we're like, you don't have any value to society anymore. Straight down the old people's home for you. Like, that's it. They just chuck them away. Whereas in other societies that obviously don't really have dementia, or it doesn't exist, the old people are still functioning. They're still part of that society. They're still cooking. They're still, you know, picking up shit and doing stuff. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. And hopefully when I'm old and grey, I'm still doing stuff. I'm still active. I'm still at the gym. I'm still running. Because I want to be part of society. Otherwise, you get ill, you die. That's it. It's horrible. Madueke fully is living off that Hattie against Wolves. Brother's done absolutely diddly squat since then. I don't know why we went into like a life advice session there, but yeah, that was deep. That was deep for no reason. Oh, dear. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline, let me know. I went to Ashfield. That's the school I went to. And you might have played me at football, potentially. Like, imagine growing up, we probably played against each other at some point. We probably know mutual people, I'm guessing, but I'm not going to name drop anyone. Some of them actually might pop in the stream, and if you recognise their name, then fair enough. But yeah, we probably definitely played football against each other or something like that. Do you think I should bench Garnacho and sell DCL to João Pedro? Yeah, I probably would do those moves. Tom turned into my barber, then literally gives me inspirational speeches while cutting hair. Yep. We went off on a tangent, just a little one. Let's have a check, see what's cracking off, see if there's anything going down. Currently not. Doesn't look like it. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline, let me know. You've been pretty amazing in today's stream. We've been live for 2.5 hours. Jesus, yeah. Jesus is the word we're going to use for that one. My God. My goodness gracious me. Transfer plans in the next couple of game weeks. Yeah, I think the plan is realistically, and if it's possible, is to hold till 14. Then we're probably going to go Aina to Colwell and Buemo to Bowen. And then probably we need to replace either Visser or Mikolenko at that point as well. So again, we'll be looking which one we probably need to prioritise a little bit more. Which players maybe are kind of appearing at that point that we want to obviously go and target as well. So yeah, that's my transfer plans over the next few weeks. I'd start Lewis this week with the Kovacic injury. Expect him to play. Evan Nielsen, I think, is a decent option. Yeah, he's not a bad option. Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick. Do keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline today, let me know. If you want your team rating as well, get it in the chat or send it me over on X or Blue Sky. Will Palmer and Mbeumo play this week? I imagine so, yeah. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, that's nice, Andy. That is nice, mate. Lewis or Porro or Gvardiol? I'd actually play Gvardiol above all of those, yeah. I would pick Raul just for that penalty appeal. What a weird Saturday morning this has been. My first ever FPL stream, and bloke could have been my neighbour doing voice exercises at night at 9 AM. Bro, I love that. That's the beauty. That is the beauty of these streams, isn't it? Start Delap or Semenyo? I play Semenyo. Captain Palmer or early kickoff rules? You know the Gandhi curse by now. Come on. Can't be going against Gandhi. Lewis or Porro or Gvardiol? Who'd start? I'd probably go Gvardiol. Good morning, Thomas. Very nice. Who would you play out of Rodgers and Semenyo? I'd probably play Semenyo. Yeah, we'll go and have a look, mate. We'll go and have a look for you. I wouldn't do Chris Wood for Visser. Both of them are probably going to be sells within the next few weeks rather than buys. I do the second option there, Trim. I'd start Semenyo over Delap, Lewis over Porro. There you go. There you go. Right, let's have a look. Someone said they sent me over their team, so let's go and check that out. What should I do? Good question. Honest answer? Probably roll this week, because you can play Hall, Gabriel, Gvardiol as your back three, Semenyo and Mbeumo, Palmer, Rodgers as a midfield four. I reckon you could roll. I reckon genuinely you could roll this week. Bench Maddison, whatever. Yeah, I reckon you could roll this week. Take two into next week. Give you a little bit more structure. Yeah, I think that's probably the way to go. Yeah, this is going to be the sell. The reason I'm selling Mbeumo is because of the Bowen and the West Ham fixtures. Let me get them up. Where are they? And I always end up with Jarrod Bowen in my team. I just do. See, after that, that's the run. Leicester, Wolves, Bournemouth, Brighton, Southampton. Then we'll probably back off him here at 19. But that's a great run. Genuinely a great run. And I do have a soft spot for Jarrod. I do. Robinson or Anderson for the 4/5th defender on a wild card. I think going for Anderson would be fine. Saves a lot of money, doesn't he? I'm a big Bowen man. Like genuinely, every single season, Jarrod Bowen ends up in my team. I did a Bowen dance, a rain dance last season when he got his hat trick. I'm sure someone's got a video of that. I think it's like FPL Aguero on Twitter's got a video of that. But yeah, we were having a little boogie when that went off. Oh dear, dear, dear. That'll probably happen again. Oh, I'd probably go with Powell. Probably go with Powell, you know. Yeah, I think I'd go with Powell on that one. Yeah, I just love Bowen. He plays out of position. He's a 90-minute man. Occasionally takes penalties as well, which is brilliant. I just love him. I do love him. Saka and Mbeumo and Robertson to Salah, Smith Rowe and Hall for a -4. Fixing my problems in defence gives me Haaland. Yeah, I like all those options you suggested there. Rodgers or Wood to bench? Probably Wood. Starting Mikolenko? Yeah. I'm starting Mikalenko. I mean, who else do I really bring in here? Cons is injured. Yeah, there's no one like there that's going to be there. Yeah, Jared Bowen's he's just a good guy. Exactly. That's the point. If you're nailing Danny Dyers or bonking, that's the popular word at the moment. If you're bonking, thank you, Bonnie Blue, for that one. But if you're bonking Danny Dyer's daughter, and even he likes you, you're doing something right. You're doing something right, aren't you, Jared? Would you bench Mbeumo, Raul, Rogers? Already got Watkins in my team, so probably, yeah, bench Rogers then. Fair enough. I think with no Eze being in the game, I think they're going to really lack creativity. I won't do Semedo to anybody there. I mean, Son's got a great record against City, so I do think that one is a little bit silly. Bonnie Blue, Knots Pride. Jesus. Yeah, she's a character. Would you trust Foden one last time? If I could get to Palmer or Salah, then I'd rather have one of those two. Sanchez or Verbergen? Probably going to be Sanchez. Start Wood or Johnson? Wood. I don't know if I like that move. Not for me personally. Just accidentally opened all my files. Wonderful. Let's have a look if there's anything in terms of early team news. Still nothing kind of kicking around. As of yet. Nothing as of yet. How do I send my team? If you want to just put it under one of my most recent tweets on Twitter, that'd be fine. I guess he did play 2 AM on Wednesday. That's a very valid point. That is a very valid point. But it's against his former club. So I think he'll be fine. Didn't he do that last time, though, as well? He scored a free kick for Mexico and still managed to play. Like a full 80 minutes, I think he played, after the last international break. Should I start Lewis or Porro? I'd probably go Lewis. I mean, if you can go Foden to Salah fairly easy, then I'd do that. Oh, you can't go to Salah. You can only go to Saka. Fair enough. I get it. Yeah, you don't trust Arteta. That makes complete sense. I mean, we're not going to find out if Saka starts. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to get any early team news on that one. Trent out for a -4 or hold. Depends if you need him to other people to play, but yeah. I think Palmer and Mbeumo will play. I'm not 100% convinced Saka will play. So, yeah. That's the way that I'll probably be swinging on that one. We've got about just over half an hour till the deadline, guys. So make sure you get your teams locked and loaded. I don't think they're silly, Luke. I don't think they're silly picks. Should I keep Saka and play him? Yeah, I would. If I've got Saka, I'm not selling him this week unless we get news. The coin said he wouldn't start. The coins are fraud. The coins are fraud, and we both know it. Yep, Semedo should be fine to play. I'd keep Saka. The Arsenal fixtures, you're going to want him. Like, you are just going to want him for this run. So, you might as well just keep him. He could play. He could be fine. Who should I transfer in? Got 1.5 million in the bank. I'd probably do Solanke to Isak with this team. Jen would. Rate it. Brandthwaite, I think, is still a doubt. But you got Murillo to come in if not. Looks fine. Obviously, playing Johnson, not ideal. I think I'd actually prefer to play Chris Wood over Johnson just for that penalty appeal. You've got no Arsenal defence as well. So, yeah, I'd probably play Wood over Johnson. I have Dunk as my first defender, so would it be worth holding Trent? Not sure on that one. No, I think that's fine. Do I reckon Dalot plays 90 minutes? Probably not. When do I rate teams? Throughout today's stream. I do not play Fortnite, no. Probably going to be Colwell. That's one of my favourite picks. Kirkez is also a decent shout as well. Johnson's probably a player you want to start to look to remove. So yeah, that's probably where my transfers would be focusing on, getting Johnson out. I'd go Visser over Rodgers. Oh yeah, most people are going to be captaining him. I mean, just look at the poll. 71% of people are going with Salah captain this week. No team news as of yet. Love Fantasy Football says I've got 0.4 million in the bank. I don't think I'd make a transfer. I think I'd roll. I genuinely think I'd roll that. Maybe Calvert-Lewin out for like an Evan Nielsen or a Welbeck, but would you start him over Son? Probably not, so you might as well roll. Might as well roll. FPL Tony going for Haaland lock. He's not got Salah, but interesting. Interesting stuff. Yeah, we need some Chelsea news before the deadline. That's the big one we need. Rico Lewis, Robinson, Colwell, Digne, start three of them. Lewis, Robinson, Colwell. Yeah. I think you could end up with points on the bench regardless of who you pick there, really. Rodgers or Raul start. I'd probably go Raul. Penalty appeals. Yeah, that's the big one for me. Just sent my team. Cool, we'll go and check it out in a minute. Pedro, I reckon if he starts, maybe 60. He could still be on the bench. Like, Ruter has been exceptionally... Like, he's been really, really good. So I don't think he's necessarily going to just walk straight back into that team. Ooh, pardon me. Should I sell Saka to Salah if I have 2 free transfers? I mean, if you can do it, go for it. Like, if you're going to captain Salah as well this week, it makes sense. It does make sense. And I rather would have Salah than Saka. Rodgers, just the fact that Garnacho's not in quite a few predicted lineups. I don't know if... would I do a -4 for those moves? Potentially. But Fernandes is going to be a problem in 2 weeks' time as well. Yeah, I agree with Andy. I think both Raul and Emil Smith-Rowe could be good points magnets this week. Trent to Gabriel or Hall for a -4. I think for the -4, I would probably want Gabriel. Digne or Wood? Digne. Mazraoui or Hall? Mazraoui. Hey, Jamie, how's it going, man? You got your new phone? What phone did you get? Let us know in the chat. It's a hard one because there's not really too many exciting options at that price point, is there? Probably Semenyo. Probably going to be realistically the one, isn't it? Yeah, that's always a possibility, Kran. Fair enough, if you can do that. You can do that. Go for it then. I think someone just threw a snowball at the window. So that's them getting a bollock in. Nice. Hello, Tom. Last game week, I capped Bruno and I changed it to Haaland on the deadline day. Now my gut is telling me to stick with Bruno last week. Any tips? If your gut's telling you to do it, go for it, mate. Wilgrig or Bonnie Blue? Oh, God. He plays for Chesterfield, doesn't he? Yeah, Wilgrig. Wilgrig. Bonnie Blue's just, yeah. Very nice, very nice. Just made a snowball, guys. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I can hear some kids outside and they just literally launch something at the window. It's fine though, because, you know, we'll just get a brick and throw it back at the kids. That's fine. That's perfectly acceptable within today's society. It was snowing last time I looked out the window, but I haven't looked since. So either someone's chucked something else at the window, or yeah, I'm guessing it's snow. I'm guessing it's snow. Porro and Maddison to Bruno and Robinson for a -4. Don't think I'd do it for a -4. And Buemo's not a player realistically you want to be bringing in. Go on, tell me the joke, George. Come on, tell me the joke. I don't think I'd do any of those moves for a -4. Maybe Anthony Gordon, but yeah. Will Diaz start? Don't think so. Nice. 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 It doesn't taste very nice, bricks. No. Start 2 of Rogers, Semenyo, and João Pedro. I think I would go Rogers and Semenyo, you know. I can't see myself backing João Pedro. Could be wrong on this one, by the way, guys. I could be completely wrong. Solanke or Rogers? Probably go Rogers. KDB and Solanke to Isak and Bruno for a -4. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Do keep the questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have, we'll try and get you some early team news if it is available. Who should I transfer in my second team? Again, I think that team's fine. I think I'd roll. I genuinely think I'd roll. Oh dear. Sending my team now, got 3 green flags. No worries, Jessica, we'll take a look at that for you. And Buemo captain? Or Captain Fernandez? I think it's Captain Fernandez. Garnacho might be a little bit of a problem. So yeah. He might be the one you want to look to maybe remove, but who do you realistically go and get? Not too many great options. I guess you could do Solanke to Isak. Solanke to Isak, or Vardy up to Cunha maybe. Probably would go Van der Berg. Please don't spam in the chat. We will get around to your questions as and when. But yeah, I probably would do Gordon, but I don't think I'd do any of them for a -4. But like I said, please don't spam, or one of the moderators will put you on mute for a bit. I don't think Premier League wise any games will be postponed. Not in the Premier League. Not in the Premier League, but other than that, I reckon so. Right, put the guy on mute. He's put it again. Get him out of here. Get him gone. Get him gone. I can't afford Nuri. Thoughts on Semenyo? Totti. Didn't hear it was an ad. I mean, you've got to go for Craig Dawson, haven't you, really? Got to go for Craig Dawson. That's got to be the pick. It's Dawson season all over again, bro. Just did. Thank you very much for that, Jamie. I appreciate that, mate. Like, there's no need to spam, is there? Fair enough. If you want to roll, go for it. I'd start Rogers. I genuinely would start Rogers over João Pedro. I don't know what it is. I'm not feeling João Pedro. Someone was just spamming in the chat. No, I don't. I don't play footy anymore. I don't even live in Mansfield anymore. I live in Leeds now for work. So yeah, don't even live in Mansfield. Live in Leeds, and it's a shithole. I'm not a fan of Leeds. Genuinely, it's terrible. It's terrible. Don't. If anyone's wanting any recommendations, don't move to Leeds. How many juggles can you do? What do you mean, how many juggles can I do? Do you think I should start Vanderberg or Porro? Vanderberg. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's not like, yeah, it's not instant, is it? There's like I'd probably say like a 10 to 20 second delay. Nothing on Colwell as of yet. We've got no early team news from Chelsea, so yeah, we're kind of left in limbo at the moment. It's hard to downgrade from Sutton, but you've managed it. Yeah. Yeah. I want to move back to Manchester. That's where I went to uni. I lived there a little bit after as well. That's the venue. That's the venue. Hey Jeff, how's it going, man? Genuinely against Bournemouth away, I think he could be benched. Plus Rodgers is guaranteed at home against struggling Palace side. Fair enough. Yep, go for it. I have not played that game yet. It's dropped cold again all of a sudden, which is just weird. Like, what's this weather? This is why I hate winter. It's just terrible. Rodgers, 8 Nuri, start 1. Probably Rodgers. What's the weather saying? Apparently it's raining now in Leeds. But apparently it's 13 degrees. It doesn't feel like 13 degrees, mate. It's 5. Where's these lies coming from? Where's this warm temperature? It's going to be warm overnight at least. Warm tomorrow as well. You're getting weather reports, vocal cord exercises. You're getting it all. You're getting it all. Best move to Bristol in this day and age, to be honest. No, I've heard bad things about Bristol. 3 yellow flags in starting XI. Red flag for Romero on the bench. Horrible gonna struggle, or although surely Aina plays. We're hoping. Fingers crossed. Yep, no worries. Send over your team. We'll take a look at that before the deadline. I'm in Manchester and it's cold. It's 9 in London. Very jealous of that. The dream for me, right, is to do like FPL and like the other channel full time, right? And in the winter months, move somewhere warm, like Portugal for like 3 months. Just get out of this misery. So from like November to like February, just don't live in England. I live abroad. I live in Portugal. It's warm. Come back for England for like March and onwards when it starts to get a little bit warmer. That's probably the way I'd go with that one. I don't know if I'd necessarily triple captain though. Bench one of Cunha, Rodgers, Pedro. Probably going to be Pedro. Yeah, Manchester's great. I genuinely love Manchester. It's brilliant. It genuinely is brilliant. And yeah, like it's going to become like, I would probably say the northern London, isn't it? Really. Dubai is always warm. Yeah, but Dubai's a bit, not really any culture out there, is there? For me personally. Not for me. I'd rather go to like Portugal or somewhere like that. Skeg Vegas is only down the road, bro. If you want to see some content about Skeg, head over to the second channel. And we went to Skegness Town Football Club. That was an experience. That was an experience. Right, let's have a look. Let's head over to Twitter. Jessica sent me her team in. Right, Aina I reckon will play. And Mbeumo will probably play. McNeil I don't know, but you got Johnson to cover. So I don't think you're in the worst position. 1 free transfer, should I use it? Oh god, those 2 forwards are honking. Right, I'd leave Wood because, yeah, whatever. DCL's probably got to go. Evan Nielsen, Welbeck, Cunha, Strand Larson, all better picks than that. So yeah, I reckon DCL's the one that's got to go, Jessica. Ethan, looking good, man. That's a really, really good team. Set up brilliantly. Great. Good team. The women like the Birmingham accent. I don't think the women like Birmingham accent. Are we all talking about the same Manchester? Kirkes or Hall? I probably would go Hall. Yeah, Skegg's crap. If what's it called? Like I said, if one of the channel moderators wants to put the second channel in, we went out to Skeg. It was terrible, genuinely terrible. But the football team was really nice, and the people there were great. So fair play to them. I'd wish I'd stick to my guns, not picking Haaland at the start. Yeah, it would have paid off. I would have been in the same position, but we've clawed it back, so that's it. Trent to Hall from -4, only if you've not really got anybody else to cover off your team. That's probably what I'd say with that one. Oh, even women don't like. Right, fair enough, fair enough. I was like, what's he on about here? Oh dear. A pitch inspection has taken place and all is looking positive. Oh, okay. Whew. Had me worried there. Yeah, Leeds was absolutely covered in snow this morning, but I think it's raining now. So yeah, we'll have to keep on top of postponements as well. That's going to be an interesting one. Hey Tom, should I sell Haaland? I've kind of been discussing this quite a bit in videos and stuff this week. There is the possibility to go and sell Haaland off. There really is. For the next 6 game weeks, you're not going to be captaining him. I think if Saka was fully fit and available this week, I think it'd be a lot more appealing for those on a wild card. But with him not, yeah, I'd want Haaland for one more week. One more week. Should I play Mikalenko or do Trent? I'd play Mikalenko. We've got about 15 minutes till the deadline, guys. Make sure you're getting your teams locked and loaded. Don't worry, I'm not doing any more vocal exercises. Let's have a look if there's any team news tripping around. A few more people have sent me their teams in, so let's take a look at these. Free transfers. Any suggestions, please? Oh, that defence is wobbly. Okay, right. I think if you did, right, Trent down to like a Colwell or a Hall, Solanke down to maybe like a João Pedro or somebody like an Evan Nielsen or something like that, would you have enough money to do a Mbeumo to Salah? Let me know if that's the case. Otherwise, probably would be Trent out for a cheap defender. Maybe Solanke to Isak. That could also be a decent option to go for. Saka is on the bench, but who do I sub in? Ooh, good question, man. That team's strong. That's a strong team. Yeah, I reckon maybe unless we get news, maybe just keep it as is. Because that's a ridiculously good-looking team. Evan Nielsen instead of DCL. I have 6 million, so it's him or Welbeck, I think. Very, very nice. Tom, can I get your predictions? Yeah, give me a second. 1 second, my friend. Jessica, if you want to go on the coin, that is fine. That is fine. No news about Chelsea as of yet. What did I go for? Let's have a look. Right, I went for 3-1 Chelsea, 2-0 Arsenal, 2-1 Villa, 2-2 between Bournemouth and Brighton, 3-1 to Brentford, 2-0 to Fulham, 3-2 to City, 2-0 to Liverpool, 3-1 to United, and then 2-1 to Newcastle. Those are the scores I went with. Is Semenyo available? Yeah, he's been back in training. You're all good on that front. Start Rodgers or Jimenez? Probably would go Jimenez. I mean, there's probably not a team that would 100% get a clean sheet, but maybe somebody like Arsenal at home. You'd have to say this should be one of those fixtures where they do get one. Fulham could also be a decent shout, but again, I don't think there's going to be anyone that is massively appealing. Which two to play from Cunha, Wood and Rodgers? Probably going to be Cunha and Rodgers, isn't it? I mean, Isak's got a great record against West Ham, so it could be a differential one, but I think I probably would go with Bruno. Haaland to Johnson. I like both of the players you have suggested. I do like both of the players you've suggested. I mean, who's your other goalkeeper, mate? Who's your other goalkeeper? Rowe, Rodgers, Wood, start 2, bench 1. Probably bench Chris Wood. Start Mbeumo or Delap? Start Mbeumo. Not really a question, that one. Let's have a look if we've got any early team news leaking in. Nothing as of yet. I'm just going to quickly take a snapshot of my team. What the hell have I done with the spelling here? What the hell has happened here, Cap? Boom. Let's have a look. Someone sent me their team. Jamie sent me his team. 70k overall. Hoping to build on that now. Looking good. Looking good, mate. No qualms with that one, mate. No qualms with that one. Any 4.8 million defender, Lewis? I would probably say... Colwell and Hall is my favourite. They just are. They just are. Deadline is at 11. It's at 11. Well done, Tom, on a long stream. He's back from the dead. Definitely, yeah. I think we've managed the voice cords a little bit better today as well, so that's good. That's good. When is the deadline? 11. Any news on Saka? No. Already have 8. Nuri, valid. Hall, Robinson, Colwell, Kirkes, all going to be my favourite picks in terms of those cheap defenders. I probably wouldn't go near Brighton. They're still pretty wobbly at the back. Tempted to TC Salah due to Southampton defensive injuries. Thoughts? It's not the worst idea in the world. But, yeah, not for me. Not an away fixture. I'll probably want to use it in a home fixture. I probably wouldn't go near Veltman either. Again, busy festive period coming up. Lots of other players as well. So, yeah, probably won't go near Veltman. I thought we might get some Chelsea team news, but we're getting absolutely diddly squatting today. I thought we might get something. Maybe a little leak. Little something, but we've got absolutely nothing. We're close to approaching 100 likes on today's stream, by the way, guys. So if you are enjoying it, make sure you are hitting that like button. Only 3 likes to go. So if you haven't liked the stream already, make sure you are hitting that button for me. Would you do Foden plus Trent to Salah plus a 4 million defender, or Haaland and Foden to Salah, Isak, and any other striker? I probably would do the Foden and the Trent one. I think that's probably the better one you suggested. Solanke to Isak for a -4. Not for me. I don't know. Is it possible? You tell me. You're looking at your team. I would not be benching Haaland. No way. Start between two: Wood, Welbeck, and Solanke. Welbeck definitely, and then maybe Chris Wood for the penalties as well. Start one of Strand Larson, Wood, or Rodgers. Probably Rodgers out of all of those. It's Ipswich, Southampton, Leicester, and then I think it's like maybe like Brighton, Wolves are around there somewhere. I can't quite remember the other teams off the top of my head. Who else is up there? Who else is up there for XG conceded? Let's have a quick look. Up to stats. Where's team? I want just teams. Expected goals conceded. So the worst teams are Ipswich, Leicester, Southampton, Wolves, Brentford, West Ham, United, Brighton, Palace, Everton. Yeah, no real surprises there. No real surprises there. I mean, it's up to you, isn't it? You've got Welle, who's having a great season, but Evan Nielsen's been pretty decent. Both have got great fixtures. Like I said, if you want to have a go on the coin, you can have a go on the coin. And that's fine. Would you start Semenyo and bench Wood? I would. Yeah, agreed. Maybe a little bit too soon to judge the Wolves ones, but there's not really been too much of an improvement with their decent fixtures recently. So, again, still looking pretty questionable. Probably would go João Pedro. Who has the more chance of scoring, Semenyo or Cunha? I think Cunha's got a higher percentage chance of picking up a bonus point than Semenyo. Just purely down to his base level BPS is exceptional. That if he does any sort of attacking action and assist a goal, usually probably going to pick up some bonus points. I mean, Liverpool's fixtures aren't great longer term, and over this busy festive period, do I really want to be doubling up on a team like that without Alisson in goal as well? Probably not. Probably not. Please don't spam though, bro. I will get round to your questions. Yeah, I reckon Dallo will get more than 60. I reckon he'll get more than 60. About 5 minutes left, guys, till the deadline. Like I said, this has been a super long stream. So if you have enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, all that good stuff. We're on 98 likes. Come on, there's got to be 2 people who haven't liked the stream yet. Get us to 100. That would be massively appreciated. It's nip again. It's very, very cold today. I can't lie. Nothing in terms of team news. I really thought we'd get something. Really thought we'd get something, but it's not to be. Not to be, I'm afraid. Oh, spam fritter. I love a potato fritter from the chippy as well. Just had to get a quick question in before my haircut. Nice. Yeah, the problem is I don't know whether or not his minutes are going to be 100% secured and like nailed and stuff like that. So yeah, probably wouldn't be too keen on João Pedro in that regard. Probably would for penalties. Maybe 8 Nuri with it being an away fixture. What's my chippy order? Well, I'm currently vegan, and I have been for like 6 years now. But before, I'd go for a fish, right? Or I'd go for like a kebab. I love a kebab. Or I'd go fish cake, battered sausage and chips. That'd probably be my probably one I'd go to a lot. That'd be good. Old Welle, up the Welle. He's gonna absolutely bag for you, his old Pele. Oh no. Don't worry, I'm not one of these woke ones, by the way. I'm not one of these woke ones that's gonna like convince you all and everything like that. I'm pretty chilled out. Like I just do my own thing. you do your own thing. I don't really care. If you eat meat in front of me, don't care. It's up to you, isn't it? Team locked. Good luck, Tom. Good luck to you as well, Shane, mate. Probably Bruno's the best United asset to bring in. Cole Palmer, locked. Love that, mate. Hopefully it works out for you in the early kickoff. Obviously going up against Gandhi, so that's the big one. Ah, love that for you, Andy. Love that one. Of all the unexpected things you could have said, I'm vegan blew my mind. Yeah. Been vegan for like 6 years now. But yeah. It's what it is. Like, it doesn't bother me. And like, it doesn't, like, if people eat meat, people eat meat. I'm not doing it for their benefit. I'm not doing it for the environment. Couldn't give a shit. But yeah, it's one of those. It's just for my own personal benefit. I don't want other people to do it. I don't care. You do what you do. You know what I mean? Palmer captain locked for me too. Giving Chelsea away to Luton last season vibes. Hopefully so, man. Hopefully so. Hopefully it works out for everybody that is going to. Start Rodgers or João Pedro. Rodgers for me. Yeah, the cold weather's not great. The cold weather's not great, but like, if you've been on my Twitter for a while, you've seen like the body transformation I've gone through. So I've always been like a really skinny guy, or was. Then obviously like I bulked up, and then yeah, I'm kind of going back up again now. But yeah. I don't know why it's called Gandhi's Law. I've seen loads of them where it's like Martin Luther King ones and Florence Nightingale ones for the darts as well. Class stream, this chippy voice exercises, Bonnie Blue, FPL, veganism, what more could you want? Cheers, man. I hope you enjoyed your first ever FPL stream. Hopefully see you back here for the one on Friday as well. Yeah, it does take a lot of discipline, but it's one of those. It's quite hard when I go abroad. That's where the problems start to line up. I reckon one country I might go to might be really terrible and I might have to eat meat again, but that's it. It's what it is. Start ESR or Rodgers. ESR for me. Captain Haaland or Salah. I probably would go Salah. We've got about a minute. I probably should check if there's any early team news. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Nothing as of yet. I can see nothing as of yet. Probably would go Vandenberg. TC Salah asked the coin. All right, you've probably not got time for it, but heads, tails. Heads you go. Heads you doing it. It's tails. You ain't doing it. Get out of here. Get out of here. Right, guys. It probably is going to hit 11 o'clock by the next time you actually see this message. So, yeah, that's probably going to be about it, I reckon. We've been streaming for over 3 hours, which is, yeah, long. Very, very long. But we'll be back probably with a Sunday stream. It'll probably be a Sunday stream after the United game. Then we'll have the Champions League stream. Then the stream on Friday as well. Got to support the locals. Get in there, lad. It has just hit 11 o'clock, by the way. So I do think that is it. Oh, no. Still FPL website's up. But yeah, like I said, there's going to be plenty of content coming out on the channel, plenty of live streams as well, and we are going into this busy Christmas period where hopefully I can cover off all the deadlines bar the one on Boxing Day, so it's going to be very, very busy indeed. That's it. No worries. I'm going to go and rest the vocal cords up, probably do some more vocal exercises, but the website's still working for me. I don't know if that's the case for anybody else, but it's still working. Right, guys, I think that is pretty much going to be it, to be honest. Let me try on here, see if it's working on here. Otherwise, the website is broken. And, yeah. Oh, it's still letting me do things to my team. I don't know whether or not that's going to work or what. But it looks like it's locked in. I don't know. No leaks, so I think that's probably going to be about it, guys. So we are going to call it there. Like I said, you guys have been absolutely amazing on today's stream. Thank you for all your support as well. Still working. I think the website's a little bit glitched. We did hit over 100 likes on today's stream as well. Absolutely legendary. Love that from you guys as well. So thank you very much for all your continued support. And I will very, very much see you in the next one.